up, everyone? It's me, Atari H&B, coming in today in the house. Where we going? I don't know. Let's talk about Dragon Ball. Today we're going to be reading a chapter of Dragon Ball, then we're going to be moving right into power scaling, baby. So for those of you who are curious and are ready to begin, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, maybe that's a little too fast. Let's get an introduction to everyone. The Dark Knight, 47 coming in. Katsuki, Cursed, coming in. Stride coming in the stream. Roswell coming in the stream. Amena Zebulon coming in the stream, with, as well as Andre coming in the stream with Donez. Welcome, guys. I'm glad you guys were able to make it in. How is everyone doing tonight? Whew. Talk to me, folks. How's everyone doing tonight? Open up these bag of gummy worms that are halal. Good to hear, Donaz. I'm glad you're doing good. Boston. I got them from a store that's probably not in your region. Look. Hold on. Let me show the camera. Let me show the camera, bro. Let me show the camera. Focus! Okay, can you guys see that? You see that? Okay, let me back up. Yeah, there you go. You see that? Right there. It says it right here. Beef gelatin. Beef gelatin. Because I'm allergic to pork. Now. Yeah. And they're just like the trolley gummy worms back in the day, man. These are bussin'. But anyway, guys. I just want to know how everyone's doing today on tonight's stream. What's up, uncertified hater? Welcome to... Let me speak properly. What's up, uncertified hater? Donav's over here like, oh, my stomach bubbling. Lord have mercy. What's up, Bajwa NSV? How you doing today, man? So tonight, I'm going to be going nuts in the voice acting. I'm going all out in the voice acting. I don't care how cringe it is. We're just going to go ham. So I'm going to sit up. I'm going to stand up. And I'm going to put my microphone right here. And for those of you who don't like ASMR, well, guess what? It's free real estate. Yep, because I'm home a little bit earlier. So my wife's probably upstairs. She's probably going to say, shut up. But I don't care. We're going in. So, guys, today we're going to be reading a chapter of Dragon Ball. Essentially, Dragon Ball Z. Yes, Andre, I am going to do everything I can. I'm going to do everything I can. Do you still think that challenging me is some great opportunity for you? Well, do you? Playtime's over. Let's stop. Okay. All right. And don't even tell me, oh, it's so cringe, Atari. Bro, you got more cringe videos out there, like the Dragon Ball Z in 5 minutes. All right, let's just have fun. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and begin. Dragon Ball Z. Oh, wait, hold on. Not Z. Damn it. All right, let me start over. All right. And tonight, on April 24th, 2023, Atari is going to be the narrator of Dragon Ball Super, Chapter 92, New Androids. Written by Akira Toriyama, art by Toyotaro, translation by Caleb Cook, and lettering by Brandon Bovia. We now return into a place where Piccolo is up against an unknown android. The android grins at him. Piccolo then stares. I remember that symbol from back when I was a god. It's the mark of the Red Ribbon Army. Wait, this is important. We just realized that Piccolo has all the memories of Kami. And Piccolo said, when I was a god, so that means he's sentient above all the memories that he had before and has all the experience. That can be quite a buff, power scaling wise. Let's continue.
Huh? Oopsie. Looks like the big jig's up. Wait, you were God. Tell me more.
Why should I? Do your homework next time.
Not in a sharing mood, huh?
I can't sense your chi, which makes you a robot, or maybe an android. Who created you?
Dang, you figured out that much? Good for you, I guess. But that's classified info, too.
Well, are you seriously here to fight me?
Yep. Today was supposed to be a basic trial run for me, but change of plans. You gotta bite the dust. Don't hold it against me, okay? Orders are orders.
Ugh. Let's get this over with.
I know, I'm making him sound like Sonic. Shut up!
Okay. Then he flies in. Our enemy now charges at Piccolo. Piccolo prepares, battle hungry, ducking the immediate attack where his punch goes into his cape. Piccolo doing a nice blast right at Gamma, or the unknown android. I shouldn't act like I know his name. Piccolo smirks and kicks him. Huh! The android goes sent flying. Okay, so far not bad. I'm not going to read like that the whole time. But anyway, the android flies back up, comes right back at Piccolo charge with a right hook punch. Boom! Right to the gup. Piccolo is now hurt, flips over, comes in with a kick. Boom! Oh, not even a kick. Comes in, flies in with Uzumaki Barrage. Nah, I'm just playing. And then Piccolo gets hit right upside the head. UI is kind of a thing. Yeah, that's important to think about. Good point. He's not sustaining damage. He must be an android after all.
I gotta say, I thought you'd put up a decent fight. This is kind of a letdown.
There, he kicks him. And then obviously he does the flip sound effect. Oh, how does the flip sound effect goes? Something like that, I don't know. Anyway, he flips, pulls out his gat. Boom! Shoots a blast at Piccolo. Ugh. Pops his arm right off. Gamu gamu no! No, I'm just kidding. Crashes him right in the wall. Alright, this fight is basically turning out like how it did in the movie. Excuse me. A little interesting.
I see. It can grow back then. Neato. Lesson learned.
What?
Ha!
And then he's obviously pounding on Piccolo. I can't see, that doesn't sound like punching sound effects. So I have to be more like because I can't. Shut up. Anyway, he does a nice elbow strike to the gut.
Yeah, I got a full read on your new moves now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I've got a full read on your moves now.
Sitting back, clanks it. Yup.
Say bye-bye.
There, he throws a big blast. Boom! Blows up. No signal.
Heh, blast it away to zilch. Oh man, I wanted to see him dead, just to be sure.
I can't let him roam free. So he's flying. What a trek. Where are we headed now? Alright, he's going, he's flying. Anyway, they appear to the Red Ribbon Army. We've seen this in a movie. See, I'm about to just do Chris Pratt's voice. What is this place? But let's be more serious. I can already see upscale for SSJ Gohan. Agreed, Andre. What is this place? And he lands. Hey there, Gamma.
Yo,
You're back, sir.
sure am. Welcome.
Welcome back. He's getting beat up. Gamma continues to walk through. He vanished. And Piccolo follows through. That dude must be pretty tall for Piccolo to fit his clothes. Anyway. Piccolo's following through. This is no link at all. And then obviously he's flying through. Up there, huh? Ah, welcome back, Gamma.
Good to be back, bud.
And he's chimneying. Gamma? Soldier 94, is this your post? Yes, sir. I was assigned to guard duty, sir. Reassigned, huh? Nobody informed me. Rookies like you are meant to be on the front gate duty, 94. Well, truth is, I was hoping for a chance to stand guard in the inner chamber. Hey, why not give him a shot? I got your spot covered, rookie. Get in there and learn a thing or two. Thank you. Don't mention it. You just want to take it easy out here. Obviously, we go back to headquarters where we're learning about Piccolo and he's infiltrating the site.
Splendid work out there, Gamma 2. We saw the whole thing play out through your eyes. Thank you, Dr. Hito.
You went overboard for a mere trial, number 2?
Bite me, number 1.
What? There's another one?
No, you showed good judgment. But next time, remember to strike a pose before when you first appear, and for the big finisher, okay?
Not great that your affiliation got blown, though.
Only because you insisted on the red ribbon symbol.
And he says here,
Did you confirm a corpse? A corpse? Nah, no need. Dude got vaporized to atoms. You lack vigilance. Come on, you saw how it went down, buddy. Nobody could have survived that.
Oh, hold on. See, I can't even make the typing sound effects. God dang it. Hold on. Let me see if I can make some bootleg typing sound effects. All right, they're typing in. Yep. And then it's going, watch closely.
Huh?
Boom.
That could be anything. Suppose that was Piccolo. He could expose our operation to the enemy cabal. Relax, we'll be fine. Not like they could ever find this hidden base. And if the secret does get out, then we get to take down their nasty gang all at once. So take that stick out of your butt, number 1.
Cabal? What cabal?
No, you're too careless.
And he clicks. Beep. Show Goku. This is Son Goku, whom we believe to be a mid-tier lieutenant.
Funky hairdo.
Beep. And this is Vegeta, not foes to be trifled with. Then there's the horrific Majin Buu, and Hercule, whose true strength eludes us. Bro, are you serious? Anyway, Peaches. I can't believe you. Are you really saying, oh, Peaches? I can't stand you, don't ask. I know, I'm doing the best that I can, guys, all right. Hi, Atari. Oh, hey, Potato FY. What's up, man? Yeah, I know Ken Bands. Goku's lieutenant? I wonder what his Shikai is. I hate you, Stride.
Rest easy. I've already proven that my masterpieces, the Gammas, are more than capable of combat. Even King Piccolo was easily defeated. Right, Gamma 2? Yep. Too easily. It sucked.
We expected no less from the grandson of the genius Dr. Giraud.
I'm a mega genius, remember? Once my gammas eradicate the entirety of that power dastardly secret organization, starting with Boma herself, it's only a matter of time before you can dominate this rotten world.
Yeah, about that, Dr. Hito. When's Cell Max gonna be ready? When's Cell Max gonna be done and ready? Cell Max?
A needless concern. The gammas make Cell Max non-essential.
Answer the question.
Beep. This fellow, huh?
Ugh! Keep it down, the 94. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Well, he requires a bit more time.
Huh? But you said it was mostly done.
Yes, Cell Max's body is largely completed, but the control program for his mind can't be rushed.
Listen, I've done enough waiting.
Let me say this, Commander. Magenta, your patience will be rewarded with unimaginable power. I'm working on no less than exactly what you ordered.
Sounds like you ain't so fond of Cell Max. Maybe you should have finished it already if you weren't so obsessed with those gammas.
I admit I don't relish using Dr. Giroux's plan as a blueprint, but I assure you I'm not dragging my feet. Cell is a type of android that requires a slow drip of special cells in order to grow, so naturally the process is going to take some time. Instead of complaining, you can commend me for creating the gammas, an efficient use of the downtime, no?
Ugh! Enough of that crap! I want Cell Max up and running now!
Haste makes waste, Commander. This beast is a virtual monster that far outclasses the previous Cell. All would be for naught if we were to unleash him prematurely.
Is that so?
With no way to control him, Cell Max would destroy the very world you hope to rule.
Ugh!
In the meantime, allow the gammas to dispose of the villains that threaten us. Then you can activate Cell Max and reveal your might to the world at large.
And I'm supposed to trust you on all that?
But of course.
This is bad. Oh no, I don't know what that sound is. I guess it's ring ring. Whatever. Anyway, Piccolo. Beep. So obviously, we got the next scene. Anyway. All right, so let me just read the chat. I guess mid-tier in DBS is powerful. Special cells, Atari, you should know what that means. And it confirmed to be better than Cell. This means Cell's max potential is higher than the previous Cell. Exactly. Yeah, that is true. I think that's a good point. Let's see here. All right, anyway. So then Piccolo's getting a call from Boma. You know, I think the sound from Boma should be like this.
To what do I owe this rare pleasure?
Hey, is Vegeta there, Boma? He's with Lord
Beerus. What a shocker, right?
Hey, a 94.
Hey, and it's Goku with him.
Gee, how'd you guess? Don't you have it?
Don't you have a device?
No, wait, hold on. Sorry.
Don't you have a device for contacting Whis? Tell him to tell those two to get back here now.
Why? What's wrong?
I can't get into details, but we're staring down a new crisis.
Fine, I'll reach out.
Great, thanks. There's no time to lose. Though what can I do? We might be needing senzu beans.
A bird? Oh man. Imagine. Just like. Snake, what are you doing?
I'm infiltrating the Gammas. Colonel, apparently, I learned a little bit more about it. So, tell me, is Goku available?
You know Goku's training with Whis and Beerus.
I thought Vegeta trained with Beerus.
Looks like the two are having a sparring session. I can't really get into more details, Snake. Will you be able to handle this mission?
To be honest, I don't think I have the manpower to do this. We're going to need a little bit more help.
Well, if I send in Raiden, do you think that'll be of some use?
No. We're talking about a threat that can end the entire multiverse.
Multiverse? I thought you meant universe.
No, Colonel. They're looking at ruling more than just planet Earth. It's only a matter of time. I could tell by that sleazeball he'd rule anything, as long as it has money.
I see. Unquenchable power. Well then, Snake, keep us up to date. I'll try my best to reach out to Goku and Vegeta.
Okay, but before you go, Colonel, I'm gonna contact Gohan and let him know the situation. We'll meet at the rendezvous around 6 o'clock. Got it?
Yes, understood. But Snake, don't get caught.
Got it.
Yo, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Don't Ask. Yo, imagine if like that was actually a Metal Gear thing. So he flies out.
Where is that device?
Whoa! The cameraman knew the assignment. Anyway.
Where is that? Where is it? That device? Oh, come on. Where could it be?
So, you get the picture.
Uh-huh. Sounds like a big deal.
So,
Sorry, we only got 2 left.
still, much appreciated.
Careful out there, Kami-sama.
Hey, I'm not him anymore.
Oh, right.
Zzz. Zzz.
Beep.
Boma, did you reach out to them?
Sorry, I can't find the device anywhere. I was sure I left it somewhere around here.
You've got to be kidding. This could get rough without Goku and Vegeta.
I get it already. Let me keep looking.
Great. You do that. Thanks.
Still can't get a word to them, huh?
This is bad. Based on my own battle, I'd say those Gammas are about on par with Goku and Vegeta themselves.
How about Son Gohan? You once said he could be the strongest guy on the planet if he put his mind to it.
He's a little used to us right now.
Oh.
He's a little used to us right now. I think he meant he's a little useless to us right now. Maybe a typo. Anyway.
Oh, too bad.
You know,
The
the enemy probably knows 17 and 18's exploits from Dr. Hito's data. You're looking at him. Yeah, I guess it's up to me. I think that was Korn talking, I can't tell.
Oh, hang on. Maybe Dende can give me what I need.
Huh? How can I lose that thing? There it is.
Bling, bling. Bling, bling. And then Goku's obviously throwing a blast back. Vegeta throws a blast. Goku blocks. No, that was Broly. Broly does a blast. Nah, I can't even do a proper Goku. Nice one. Oh, wait. Nice one. You're getting the hang of this fighting stuff. Yeah, but it's still tricky. You'll get used to it. You'll get used to it bit by bit. Pretty soon you'll be fighting with a level head without snapping into rage. This time, we're gonna kick things up a notch, okay?
Okay. Okay, I'm ready, son Goku.
And that's the end of the chapter. To be continued.
All right, guys, thank you so much. All right, Tari, shout out to the greatest YouTuber. For those who are disappointed in Bulma's scene in this chapter, just wait. I thank you so much, Omni. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hey! Yo, Stride, I appreciate the $2 donation.
Yup. Wow, I didn't expect to get a $2 donation. Hey, Sora!
What is it, Goofy?
Look, we got a $2 donation. What do you think, Donald? Donald, I don't think they understood a damn thing you said. What the fuck? No, Donald, you can't swear. This is a family-friendly stream. Yup. Now, let's go ahead and say some good things to our subscribers. Come on, I'll read them all.
All right, I'm sorry, Stride. Thank you, though. I appreciate the $2 donation. Bro, imagine if you read the whole chapter, Goku as Goofy.
Yup, nice one. You're getting the hang of this fighting stuff.
Yeah, but it's still tricky.
You'll get used to it bit by bit. Pretty soon you'll be fighting with a level head without snapping into rage. This time we're gonna kick things up a notch, okay?
Okay. I'm ready, son Goofy. I'm sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it to you guys. Anyway, guys, we're pretty much done with the chapter. Overall, the chapter is, it's the same thing we've read before. It's still good. It's just, we've already seen this before. But it's good to see Goku training. I think there's something people are not picking up on, though. This is the same Broly who got a Zenkai, and Goku is fighting him in base. And making Broly struggle. Look at Broly's muscles. He's struggling. And he thinks it's tough to fight. Check this out. Goku's dodging and tanking hits from Broly. Coming back, throwing in kicks. And Goku's just playing with Broly. He's smiling, so Goku's not even trying. So the fact that Goku doesn't need to try against base Broly is speaking volumes. Hey, Stride, don't come in here with that Joe Swanson voice. You already know. We already know. I don't need you coming in here acting like you run the place.
Hey Joe, it's me, Bonnie. I just wanted to know, are you still going to be streaming?
All right, Bonnie. See, Bonnie, I'm still streaming.
Joe, are you...
I'm still streaming.
Okay. You want me to leave your chair?
Bonnie, I don't need a chair. I mean, exactly, Drew. Base Broly and base Goku seem on par. Yeah. A sparring match, Goku would outskill Broly. Goku's stronger than this, too. Because remember, he fought Ikari Broly in base, too, in the movie. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Imagine needing multiple voice actors when you have Atari around. Thank you, Ken. Makes sense. So anyway, guys, I decided to do this chapter because I thought it was pretty fun. I'm pretty happy with the overall result, but I think that's about it for the chapter reading today. So now that we're done with the chapter reading, I think the next thing we're going to kick it up a notch is a little bit, not too much, because this stream is going to be relatively short. We're going to go over a couple of things regarding the power scaling request. Bro, if you need me to voice a character, like I told you, I did Chakra's voice. Because I remember someone was trying to do Chakra's voice, and I was just like, Chakra literally... I know people are like... Anyway, whatever. Who cares? We're not talking about Chakra. But for those of you curious...
this is Chakra.
In West, which is from a very famous scene, where she gives him the hug to heal him. And yes, her voice would definitely sound like the typical, as you'd expect.
Hello, West. My name is Chakra, and I would love to help you.
But that's outside of the imagination. Whoa, who is this lady? Anyway, right now, what we are working on. If you smell what Atari is cooking. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. No, I'm playing. All right, anyway, all right. Base Broly should be above Super Saiyan God Broly film Goku, right? That's Ikari Broly, where he has the monkey mode, Loki. Basically, the unofficial Super Saiyan 4. Because Ikari was based on Super Saiyan 4 for Broly. But yeah, notice Ikari's is literally the Great Ape while staying human form, and it's still a 10 times multiplier. But Broly's Wrath state is pretty much Super Saiyan 4. It's just no fur. Like, that's just Broly for you. It seems he's been able to take on. Come on, Broly. Atari, the power scaling elbow. The fact only Broly can do that. Post Granola, Goku and Vegeta got massive buffs, huh? Goku and Vegeta took that L from Frieza as their motivation. I'm gonna make sure I train every day with Broly. Because I'm sure with a power like yours, I can easily beat Frieza. Hey guys, it's me! Hey guys, it's me, Goku, and I'm a Saiyan from Earth. This is probably not the best Goku voice, but I'm trying my best. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I'm sure it's a little bit better than those other voice actors out there. Probably not, but hey, what do you expect, man? Anyway. If I have 69,420,000 subscribers, I'd probably be able to stream every day and do it full time, and I would probably be able to upload videos every day because the amount of revenue and viewership I would get would generate so much income. I'd be able to consistently live off of YouTube, which is the original goal, is to be able to make enough income where I can have the freedom to pretty much do this as a full-time job and be able to actually make my dream, happen. Do it now, Broly!
Well, my name is Cell, and I am going to destroy you. So, your name is Ichigo Kurosaki. You're a Soul Reaper from the Soul Society, and you were originally born from a Quincy mother and a father that was a Soul Reaper. Your mother was infected by a Vastolorde, or in other words, white, a holificational project. You're really just a hybrid of everything, aren't you?
How do you know about that?
Well, I'll tell you this. It's because I took your father's memories.
You bastard!
I can't really do... Oh, man. I can't really do Johnny. Johnny Young's voice is kind of hard to do.
What do you mean you took my mother? You bastard!
Now, let's go ahead and finish this.
What? What is this?
Well, I'm glad you're able to finally see me for what I'm worth, Ichigo Kurosaki. But this is just my second form. I'm not even at my full power. Despite this, I have more than enough power to destroy this entire star system. But I think that's not enough to convince you, is it, Ichigo?
What the hell is this guy? I can't even sense his Ryatsu. Does he even have Ryatsu?
I always thought that Super Saiyan 3 was perfect for Broly. The form drain balances the self-destruction overflow from the legendary Saiyan. I agree. That's a really good point. And then Super Perfect Cell powers up, and then he gets the classic go.
Well, Ichigo, I was not expecting to have to use my perfect form to fight you, but I guess I decided to use it for fun. You know, learning how to revert back into my imperfect form is a good way to catch enemies by surprise. But I think that this is overkill. But I overheard a guy named Yuha you fought could obliterate multiple worlds, combining them together, equivalent to, let's say, destroying multiple solar systems. In my heyday, I had more than enough power to destroy the entire solar system. Let's see if you can actually match up to that, Ichigo Kurosaki.
Alright, Cell. Fine. Bon! Kai!
Nah, but anyway. Plus hulking berserks with long, wild hair is always a bad look. Yeah, it can be. All right, guys. So what is our next move here? What are we doing now? Huh? Do ya? One punch. No, I'm just playing. All right. People are looking like, wait, caught up with Dragon Ball, caught up with Bleach. Atari, what are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
It's
Free real estate.
interesting that Ikari Broly has a similar weakness to Z LSSJ Broly. Yeah, that's true. And then there's Magi.
Do you still think that challenging me is some great opportunity for you?
Welcome back, Aristorm. So, hey everyone, how's everyone's day going? I think we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Let's talk about... Alright, so since nobody has a topic they want to talk about, let me come up with one. Realistically, what would happen? Goku, a quick calc, but Goku and Vegeta lifting heavy suits made by Whis? Possibly. But I have to learn how to do soil compression, which is difficult because Beerus's planet is more durable than normal. But what I will say is, for Saitama,
Yes. Hey Atari, let's do a versus battle between Garu versus Yusuke Urameshi.
Garu versus Yusuke Urameshi. What would happen if these two fought? Outside of the, infinitely multiplying protein would be the perfect meal. He's infinite! Oh my gosh, he's infinite! Ah! Anyway, the general consensus would be, I think the general, purpose I'm trying to make, let's go here.
Chincho, that go in those dies, Joe.
Alright, anyway, so as we're looking into the chapter, how would Yusuke Urameshi fare up against Saitama? Alright, so to be honest with you, if it was a fight between Yusuke and Saitama, which I think a lot of people think that Saitama wins, I actually don't know who would win. But I can tell you this, Saitama is a very strong character. And based on what we know, if Saitama was to fight, Yusuke, it would be a really hard battle because Yusuke can't afford to get hit. Donna said, "Have you seen Void Termina from Kirby? The creator of the game gave him some insane feats, insane statements. I personally think Yusuke vs. Saitama is close now that I look back at you. Hakusho, you showed me more stuff before." Yeah, I mean, I've seen about that Void Termina. So up right now, let me hold on. Let's see. Life goes on and 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 on. Doom, doom. All right, so let's kind of figure out a couple of things right now. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. So we're going to have these two fight. We're going to have Yusuke Urameshi. Up right now is Yusuke Urameshi versus the Cape Baldy himself. Let's shorten this damn picture. This picture too goddamn big. It's like Chris Tucker said. I don't know what you feeding him. He is too damn big. All right. So, who would win between these two titans? Let's find out. So if I was honestly going to talk about who would win between the two, it's actually going to go into an interesting topic. So, yeah. Let's talk a little bit about these two, all right? Yeah. And now this is going to be fun. So if Yusuke and Saitama fought, let's talk about a couple of things. Let's invite a certain person into the call. Let's see. Dee. I'm loving it. Ding 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 ding. Hi.
Hello.
And say hello to the stream. Good sir.
Hello there, stream.
Oh, they can't hear you. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Ding 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 ding. All right, now you can say it.
Well, hello there, stream.
Why you say it like that, bro?
You're welcome.
Yes, now, let us begin the savagery.
First, we're going to start off with this battle, and then we're actually going to be talking about
One more topic that I'd love to talk about.
No. Let's go ahead and begin. So, Roz, we both know about One Punch Man. And we both know
Yes.
about you Hakusho. No, I'm playing. Wait, what's it called? Yu Hakusho. Who is you? Me. Yes, I'm you. Just answer the damn questions. Who are you? I have told you. Are you deaf? No, you is blind. It's like, wait, is that Yu Hakusho? No, he is me, and I'm you.
Man, I'm about to whoop your old ass, man, because I'm sick of playing games. You, me, everybody's ass around here. Him?
And then they just, when he says him, he's pointing at Orochi, and Orochi's just like eyebrow raised, like, what? Imagine that. Bro, that should be like a parody video. Just like have Kyo just go up. Freaking Jackie Chan would be Iori. That would be hilarious. We'll be asking the questions though, man. Going up to Geese. Who are you? You. Oh, not me, you. Yes, I'm you. Or give me that other guy who turns into that giant statue. Anyway, back to the match.
Hey, yo, sorry, real quick. Apparently, there's Harv says that my voice is echoing in the stream.
Is it?
Apparently. That's a hard to
Oh
say.
yeah, it is. I know why. I got you guys. I got you. Watch this. Watch it. I got this. Watch this. All right. Say something now.
Is the echo gone?
No. Yeah, it's gone. I got it. Ding, ding. Nah, it wasn't. There wasn't an echo. It was just Roz was just fusion. You know what I mean? He had to unfuse.
All right, sweet.
I found out what it was. I had 2 voice channels for you, Roz. That's why.
Yes, here they go. Now I can channel my inner Orochi for sure.
All right, so we're going to start with the topic. Yusuke versus Saitama. What is the most common answer you see everyone tell you? Everyone's going to say Saitama wins hands down. Now, don't get me wrong. Saitama, I mean, he's a beast. But let's take a closer look at these two, fair and square. Based on what we know about stats, what do we know about stats, Roz?
Depends on the stats that you want to discuss here.
All right, so let's start with the first stat. We're going to start with power, a very common stat. We're going to start with power, aka we're going to separate it into 2 categories. We're going to start with max output. So actually, yeah, I should put the text on the screen, shouldn't I? Huh? Yeah. Hey, let's do that. Well, actually, I'm going to leave that there. Let's do this. So for Yusuke and Saitama, I'm going to go ahead and click on here. And then we're going to go. We're going to start with power, which is going to include the categories max power and casual power. All right? Because remember, there's a difference between what their casual and max output is versus their actual, you know what I mean? Speed, travel, 2 categories. Travel, combat. What else comes after that? Durability. Yep. Which includes the durability will include. I was going to include stamina with that, but I'll just say, tankiness, I guess. Endurance, which is its own category, which is just stamina. And then I guess there's whatever else there'll be. We'll discuss it when we get the chance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So these are the typical categories that we're going to really be focusing on, guys. So I just want everyone to kind of understand these for now. So in this case, I think this is really interesting. So power-wise, let's talk about max power. Max power-wise, who do you think? Who do you got? Who you giving it to? I'm
So
gonna
max power wise.
Yeah, I'll tell you who I give it to. You want me to start first, since I scaled.
Yeah, you can start first.
All right. Oh yes, thanks, Andre. Battle IQ, that's important. Thank you for that. All right. IQ is fine, but battle IQ is important because we're in a battle. I don't care about regular IQ. You could be double D and still get bodied because you don't know how battle IQ. Shut up. Anyway. But IQ only matters for prep time. Yeah, hacks. See, I'm a freaking baboon. You heard it live. Atari just called himself a baboon. All right, so hacks. So let's talk about power. Max power-wise, where does Yusuke Urameshi sit? Let's take a closer look at one of the chapter 18s that you're going to see on the screen. We're going to actually take a closer look. Now remember, with Yu Yu Hakusho, we like to combine an amalgamation of manga and anime, specifically because anime gives provided details manga could not. Well, actually, no, we'll just use the manga only. We'll stick with that. We'll keep it manga only if we can. There's no need to get into anime because it already confirms what the manga already has. But the anime is slightly different. I would say to make this a fair fight, though, we should use anime Yusuke, right? Because
didn't Togashi pretty much say that they're kind of like one and the same at some point? But they're both valid.
They're both valid. So, I mean, if we want to go with the anime, we'll use the manga for reference points that occur in the anime because we can't watch the anime without getting demonetized. So, we'll just do that. So outside of this gory fest, one thing people should know is the power levels. Power levels are important in Yu Yu Hakusho because they appear in the manga. They exist in the anime, but the manga goes more specific. The reason power scalings are important is because we need to remember Sensui is a planet buster. He said with more than 50% of his power just released, it would be too much for the Earth to bear. So that's just releasing his aura. Characters in Yu Yu Hakusho have been shown to be more than 10 times stronger than their actual. Their aura output has nothing to do with their actual physical attacks. Their auras amp their attacks many-fold. Their attacks are many-fold times stronger than just the aura itself. And then the actual energy blast are many-fold times stronger than their attack. We get confirmation from this by Koenma because he says Punchy no Go Q. No. Something, he says something like it's a minimum. Actually, I sent it to you, Roz, right?
You probably did.
Yeah. Spirit. All right. Spirit gun. Yeah, let's see here. So, let's talk about this. Spirit gun. So, it was originally stated in the series that the spirit gun is multiple times stronger. So we're going to be using the anime, mostly. So, first things first. Let's see here. I got so many things that we could talk about. Alright, so what should we talk about first? Oh, yeah, spirit gun. Yeah, spirit gun. Yeah, Peter. Let's go with the spirit gun. Alright, so first people who don't realize is that the spirit gun is much stronger in the actual anime than the interpretation from Viz. It's the same in the manga, but the Viz doesn't clarify. See, in the anime, they confirm that the spirit gun is many-fold times stronger than a regular punch. Then this is important information because remember, Sensui's aura is not a punch. His aura is just a reflection of his energy capacity. So it's basically like Reiatsu. It's his presence. And the fact that he's saying his presence alone could be too much for the Earth, I mean, come on. Think about that. Keep in mind, that's not just the fact that Sensui said that's just his aura alone. But the fact is, it's still confirmed that Yusuke, despite being able to access this power, is considered fodder to Hokushin, who suppressed himself to a D class and bodied him. Alright? Now, what's important to understand is the fact that Hokushin's power level, or AP, or OP, offensive power, and we get confirmation from the prior page in case people weren't paying attention, OP, offensive power. His offensive power is only 5.9k. So 5,900. Bro. That means Sensui's and Yusuke's was significantly less than that. How many times? Well, remember, even if you're 2 times stronger than your opponent in Yu Yu Hakusho, that doesn't mean you automatically clap them. It's the fact that Hokushin is so much more skilled that he beat Yusuke regardless. But I'm willing to say that, let's just keep it conservative and say he was only twice as strong. Because it took Yusuke 6 months to catch up to them. And Yusuke doubled his power in 6 months. So I think that's fair, right, Roz?
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Right. Then we have someone like Kirin, who's 22,000. That's crazy, but let's go back to Ryzen. Because Yusuke is based on Ryzen. Because he's considered that he literally has similar stats to Ryzen. Because he capitalizes in offensive power. His offensive power is 424k. Ross, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So let's do a bit of math. 400. Oh, bro, stop playing with me. All right, let's do some math. Basic. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Divided by 5,900. Ryzen is 71.8 times stronger than Hokushin. Cool. What do we do to this number? How do we find out how much stronger he is than Sensui? Simple. Let's talk about how many times he's planetary likely. And this is, I don't want to be accused of calc stacking, but Yu Yu Hakusho is actually known to actually use this methodology of scaling. We know Sensui is 2 times stronger than the actual, we know Hokushin is 2 times stronger than Sensui. So add that. We know that Sensui is weaker than Hokushin period, and the fact that Sensui's only his aura alone was enough to shake and disrupt the planet, that's also, I wouldn't even say that's 2 times because we're not even factoring Sensui's aura, which is also still weaker than Hokushin. And you know this because the fact that Hokushin is so confident he will body Yusuke as a D class. So that's another 5 times and 2 times, so technically 10 times. But we should keep it conservative and just do 2 times again, right, Roz?
Yeah, do it again.
2 times. So right now we have confirmation. So right now, with that information, just a very basic scale says Raizen's aura is 287.4 times stronger than Sensui's aura. That's just aura. We're not using planetary, which will be, we're not using punches and energy blasts, which will be a confirmed 5 times multiplier on top of this. So we'll just keep it as that. Now, the first things first is we need to understand a little bit about Yusuke. The only thing we knew about Yusuke's power is this. We learned that Yusuke's power, now you might be saying like, all right, what's the difference between the power? I'll tell you this. Raizen, the 424,000 is about, all right, 132200. All right, so 132, God dang it, stop it. So look, if we do 1322000, all we have to do is divide that by 440,000. I think that's the right number, right? No, it's 42. There we go. Divide that. That means Raizen. That means most of his power. All right, 3.117999. Okay. So approximately 33% of Raizen's power is in his offensive power. I think that's a fair, and this is just an estimate. I've gave a precise number on the actual video, but this is for an estimate. I think this is fine. All right? All right, ready, Roz? We're about to get to the fun part.
Yeah, do it up.
All right, so to the fun part, when you get to actual Yusuke, who bodied them, all 4 of them, and Yusuke comes back, what we need to realize is that Yusuke literally says here, Yomi, after the proposal was made, they say this, and this happened in the anime too. Verbatim. They say, your son, Lord Shura, will wake up in just a few more days and start his training. We have no time to waste. What is his current readings? Over 80,000. Bro, his power level is literally 80k as an infant. Unprecedented and scary. He's my ace in the hole. If we can raise his reading to 500,000 before the deadline, my victory will be assured. You're right, Kurama. The second in the command will decide the outcome. So, now that we understand that, let's jump over into the next chapter when Yusuke has to deal with them. Because this is important. Despite the fact that Yomi bodied his son Shura and made his son Shura have to give up, bodied, no difficulty, and then Yusuke has to deal with them. Yusuke bodies everyone as well, sends them into the stratosphere. We know about that. Skip. Then we go to the next chapter. The reason we go to the next chapter is because the next chapter gives us some important details. The important details that I wanted to go over with you guys is, I don't know what Tagashi was on when he was drawing these virtual fighter-esque cartoony Yusuke's. Anyway, it's the fact that he says here, I'm about at the level of Yomi's son Shura, so Yomi hardly needs to exert himself to beat me. At least I know where exactly I stand. So you say it's 500k, right? Safe to say, right, Roz? It's verbatim, right?
Yeah, 500k, just about.
Yep.
Based on what I'm seeing, yeah.
Yep. And then now, all we have to do, take 33% of that. Oh, my bad. 33%, which is multiplied 0.33, which tells us 165,000. So that means Yusuke's offensive power is 165,000. Okay? Based on what we know about Hokushin, that means Yusuke is 27.9 times. I'll round it up to say 28 times stronger than Hokushin. Hokushin is literally twice as strong as Yomi, and Yomi is twice as much power of the earth. Adding a 5 times multiplier to that for Yusuke's Spirit Gun, or Yusuke's basic punches, I should say, because his Spirit Gun is weaker than his aura. I mean, Spirit Gun's stronger than his punches. His punches are stronger than his aura. Yusuke's basically at 560 times planetary every punch based on AP. His max power output based on his spirit gun or ray gun should also be multiplied by 5, which is about 2,800 times planetary, which in terms of actual scaling is about the upper echelons of, it's approaching the dwarf star level. Just about dwarf star level. If not, actually, let me see here. No, because since we're using anime, he gets his Mazaku form, which is a 10 times multiplier, because it's literally stated to be an order of magnitude above. Remember that, Roz?
Yep.
Yep. And that's in the prior chapters, and I can prove that. All I have to do is go back to chapter 16, I believe it was.
I think it was either 16 or 17, one of those two. I think it was 16.
No, 17, yep. All right, so here in 17, Yusuke goes into that form, and then he does state himself. Let's see here. Yep. Yusuke states himself about right here. I knew a power, an order of magnitude beyond mine had done it. Someone else's power, if you get my drift. So basically, Yusuke's demon form in that case, and he says the same line in the Japanese, in the manga and the anime. So, safe to say, a nice 10 times multiplier to his demon transformation, because he used that on Yomi, right?
Yep, pretty much is consistent.
Yup.
Across both.
Yep, and then Yusuke does revert back to his he does revert out of his demon form, but he does the super spirit gun in this form, which is again 5 times multiplier off of that. Which I think we already did, actually. No, we already had the multiplier because we already did the 5 times and we said he got 10 times stronger. Yep. So this right here, Yusuke would be 28k. But remember what Yomi said? Remember, Roz? Yomi said specifically to Yusuke with the sacred energy, because Yusuke had the equivalent to it. The reason we know he had the equivalent is because Karama and Hiei sensed it and thought that that was the sacred energy sense we used. In the Japanese anime, they thought that too. Like the sub, they was like, is this a sacred energy? Then Koenma corrects him and says, no, it's something else, because Koenma has better senses than them, more experience. So basically, Yusuke had equivalent of holy energy or God Ki. No, I'm just playing. Which Sensui has literally said, even if Yusuke was 10 times stronger than him, it wouldn't even come close. Actually, I think the Japanese didn't, it said, no, several dozens. Remember in the Japanese it said, even if you were several dozens of times stronger than me, it wouldn't mean anything to sacred energy.
Yeah, I think I remember that scan. You sent me that, I believe, like last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's see here. And we know when Yusuke gets angry in the anime, he gets 1,000 times amp, but we're not going to be stupid. We're going to be logical. All right, let's see here. I'm checking here. But I do remember it saying dozens. I 100% remember that. I just don't remember if I shared the scan with you or Andre.
I think you shared it with both of us, because I do recall like you sharing a scan like that to me a while ago. Let me see if I can find it.
Ah, here it is. I got it. Bing, 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 bing. Yup. Here he says it right here. Even if you had an amount of ki several dozens times greater than mine, you still would be unable to possess any sacred powers with your ki. And he's basically implying it's inferior in every way. So basically, since we got God Ki. And the fact that Yusuke gets something like that, so chat, now I'll leave it up to you. How much is several dozens? I'll let everyone type a number in.
Can I see the number they're going to have for this?
And before we get... 70? Why 70? Not saying you're wrong, just asking. All right, so 28K is up there. So let's see. 70 divided by 12. Michael Braxton coming in like, yo, 70. Just give him 70, bro. What does several usually mean? It means anything more than 4.
Yeah,
Like
more than 4.
It's 4 to something more, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like pretty much just 4 is like its lowest, but it's anything above it. Yeah. So several dozens.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say. Donaz says 36. Ain't it like 36? Good guess, but I think several dozens. So a dozen is 12, right? Let's check the Noah Webster. No, I'm playing. Noah Webster is like old standards. Imagine it's like dozen, 12 in number, applied to things the same kind, but rarely, never to the number in the abstract. We say a dozen men, a dozen pair of gloves. It is a word used in common discourse and light. Okay, cool. It literally means 12 in every way. Let's look up several. Separate, distinct, not common, 2 or more, as several fishery, a several estate. Yep. Separate, diverse, consistent of numbers more than 2, but not very many, several persons. Yep. And then the modern definition is 4, I'm pretty sure. Several definition. More than 2, but not many. Oh, that's literally the Oxford Dictionary.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like more than 4.
I'm pretty sure it is, because there's other dictionaries that say it. By definition, several means 3 or more, but often less than many, which we will cover next. Yeah, because the thing is, there's another article that does say, based on the etymology, few means 3, because it's single, couple, few, several, and then many, and then a bunch. I think that's like the terminologies, but anyway, hard to say. Does Broly have God Key? Nah, Michael Braxton, he doesn't. Yeah.
Broly.
How much?
Honestly.
How many is several versus many? Several refers to a smaller number, while many refers to a large. But when you say several dozen, all right, let's see. Generally speaking, all right. So, yeah, Danaz is on point. I think 36 is fine. I mean, there's another article I have read that said 42, which also gave etymology. But 2 to 3 witnesses, everything will be established. I think that's good because it's conservative too. So, several dozens is 36. So I think that's a good number, right, Ross?
Yeah, it is. I mean, even according to Merriam-Webster, it says probably more than 36, but yeah.
Oh, because it's like says like 3 or 4 or something.
Yeah.
So we'll just go with the lowest lowball. I mean, you really can't afford to lowball Yusuke against Saitama, but I think that's fine. So basically, Sacred Energy Yusuke would be at 100. Jesus.
Jesus, I didn't know that was a new power level in the Yu Hakusho show.
No, I'm saying like it's 1,008,000. Golly. Because
Yes. What is your power level? 100 Jesus. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know people are gonna say, but didn't Yusuke revert back to his basic demon form? Like, yeah, even if he did, the point is it's still like an astronomical increase. Because Yusuke basically kept his power relative to that. Because he was still fighting Sensui before because Yusuke needed the power boost to fight Sensui, right? Yep. Then he gets knocked out of his demon form and his tattoos vanish, but he's still putting up a good fight. So clearly Yusuke, that 10 times still applies. Yusuke kept the basically god essence or demon essence.
It's essentially similar to how Goku did in like the Battle of Gods against Beerus when he lost the god form but managed to keep it into his like power.
Yeah.
And like a Super Saiyan form and base, which allowed him to continue fighting against Beerus.
Mm-hmm. Next, it says, so that means Yusuke is 1 million. Oh, almost choked. Oh. Oh. Hold on. I had to use my tail to drink some water. All right. Let me relax. damn candy made me give it the Glock. No, I'm playing.
All right, it's already kind of sus.
Bruh, chill. It's candy.
Hey, you said Glock. I didn't.
So let's look at the Baboon wiki, since they already have the list out and everyone else already pretty much agrees similarly. Planet level between zetatons and yotatons. I'm gonna stick in the middle and I'm gonna say 1.4 yotatons. You know what I mean? Not say 2 points. I'm not gonna assume they can eviscerate the planet in just his aura. I'm gonna base Sensui off of 2 point. I'm base Sensui off 1.4 yotatons or 1.5 yotatons. So multiplying Yusuke by 1.5 yotatons, we get 1,512,000. Basically, dividing that's how many yotatons. Dividing that by 1,000 will give us. Did they just change the damn names? The freak is Ranatons.
You know, versus Battle Wiki is always adding and taking away stuff.
The hell? Who is Rana?
Hey, let me look this up. You said Ronatons?
Yes! The freak is a Ronaton!
Yo, spell it out for me real quick because I can't really see it.
Ronaton, useful table. Alright, new prefixes, but they're official this time. Rana. So I found out they recently explained SI prefixes to include ones from octillions and non-nillions. Rana and Queta. I'm just checking here. Deca, hecto, kilo, mega. Yeah, because you go kilotons, megatons, gigatons, teratons, petatons, exatons, zetatons, yotatons. Rana? Oh, because, yeah, it does go to Rana tons. So I guess they didn't do ninatons. And then Queka tons. So they based it off Eric Mark Francis? Can't be reached. Who the hell is Eric Mark Francis? Legend. The name prefixes is indicated of the unit name. Well, if that's the why'd they do that? Let me just do this. Name list. Kilo, mega, giga, tera, peta, and then yeah, let's see. Prefixes and multipliers. So there's kilo, mega, giga, tera, peta, exa, zeta, and yota. And I think it stops at yota. Okay, alright. I won't fault them for that then, if that's legit. Though I am surprised they don't... I guess they went Ronatons because I guess Ronatons is a real thing. Okay. It just sounds...
look that up.
Yeah, it just sounds weird. Like, I haven't actually heard of that. But I guess it's because it's like new standards. National Institution of Standards. After PETA, it does go Yoda, but nothing ever goes higher than Yoda in the official physics. Because there's nothing necessary for something that big. So then it makes me wonder, are the numbers of TNT they're estimating to be for these planets even accurate? Makes me actually start to question everything, even using this list. You know what I mean? Using metric.
I honestly can't tell. I'm trying to look it up and I can't find anything on Ronatons.
I found one on a metric prefix wiki where it goes Yada, Rona, and Queta. But those have been recently stated on the extension of prefixes on SI. This is in 2022. Okay, so them making it isn't dumb. It's just the fact that somebody recently added those so we can have more prefixes to utilize. So they just used Rana. Well, what does Rana mean in Greek? Please don't give me something that's NSFW. Okay. Rana. What does Rana mean? Old Norse and Old English, blah, blah, blah. Rana is rough island, strong. What does Rana mean in Greek? Or let's do Latin. Rana. Okay. Okay. All right, hold on. We do. All right, come here. Let's do Rana, and then if we do that, and then we go to English. I'm so curious, guys. I am off topic, but I am so curious now because this is like weird. All fun and games. They really made frog tons. Rana. What does?
Apparently, there is a frog called like what is it?
What?
Rana Goreka or something like that. Well, it's a scientific name, and it's a Greek stream frog. So Stride isn't really wrong on that one.
Bruh, that's not a... Why? What does Yoda mean? Yada tons. Because I know kilos is in reference to 1,000. Mega, kilos, giga, that's very common. Because then there's the orders of magnitude that go upwards, such as kilos. You know what I mean? Kilos, megas, and gigas, and teras. But then there's the orders that go lower, such as milli, micro, and nanos. Right?
Yep.
So, makes me wonder. Because if we had to wait until 2022 to create a metric for those, could the Versatile Wiki even be accurate on some of their calculations for some of the metric numbers they've created? Does it actually take that amount of numbers to approximately even destroy the Earth, technically? Or did they mess up something? Now I'm starting to question it because we should have had a metric far bigger than that, considering how big the scientific revolution was going for. We'd want to know how much we'd want to know how much tons of TNT could detonate a galaxy and stuff. We'd already have numbers for that. So the question is, where did the actual prefixes go? I don't know. It's just now I'm questioning things. Anyway, back to the match. Basically, long story short, that would be, I guess it would be 1,512 Rana tons, if you want to call it that. And then 1,000 for ketatons, which would be 1.5 ketatons, which is about 7 units away from being dwarf star level. So Yusuke is almost small star. That's good. That's his max output and power. And divide this by about 5, and that will be his general output of power, which basically is back in the Ronaton, so still dwarf star level. Not bad, right, Roz?
No, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to need. So his casual power output and much. Now, Saitama, he sneezes. Now let's understand Saitama's sneeze on Jupiter.
In this case, I guess I'll go over who I think wins while you get that up, really.
Mm-hmm.
So this is at max power. We're just doing like casual first.
Yeah, well, Saitama, yeah, we're doing casual for Saitama first, and then Max will talk about that. So as we can see on the scan, and I'm not trying to downplay Saitama, I'm just going to be honest. It's the same thing I did with Sensui. I doubt Sensui could vaporize the planet with just his aura. I don't think he can at all. I think it's somewhere in the middle where planet would fall apart. But I don't think he could really do much else besides shake it and fragmentate it in most regards. Saitama, he blew off all the gases of Jupiter, but as you can see, the main core is still there. So it's technically not even a large planet, if you want to get technical. He didn't actually destroy it. He sneezed all the gas off. That's not destroying it. All right?
Yeah, so if I'm going to be honest, like casual Saitama, right? Sorry to cut you off there.
Mm-hmm.
But like casual Saitama, just because like it's hard, maybe because the manga always draws things to look so grandiose from his on his end, no matter what he does.
Yeah.
But I'd say like casual, right? I can give him like, planet, maybe like multi-planet based off what we saw in his fight with, Garo.
Yeah.
And that's at best, right? Because we've seen him, earlier on in the series, deflect away, Boros's, Starbreaker cannon, which again, depending on which translation you're going with, is either planet surface, planetary, or star somehow because of the name.
Yeah, and I did the I just want to add to this. I did the calculation of how fast it took Saitama sneeze to hit Jupiter by the time Garo dodged. It underwhelmingly was light speed. I'm saying underwhelming because it looked like it was only light speed for now. Hey!
Orochi solos.
Oh shoot! Yo! Hold on, let me see that. Let's move. Oh man. I'm sorry, Yusuke was standing in the way of your glory. Let me move these pictures down a bit. Oh no, they're too low. There we go. Something like that. All right. Thank you so much, Lord Yamcha, for the $39.99 Saudi Rey. I appreciate it. Shukran Gazilan, my brother. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Woo! Yes, Orochi does solo. And man, what kind of statement is that? You might as well say, yo, the Hulk Hogan can beat up 2 kittens. Like, come on, bro. All right.
And also no. Hang on, what I see this. Did Saitama destroy like solar systems? I mean, if I make the argument for it, we're talking about casual Saitama. We're not talking about all out, raged out Saitama that we saw and is near the end of his fight with Garo right now. But yeah, casual Saitama, I say he's like planet. Yep. Maybe at best multi-planet, but I'm going to say like planet for now for just like comfortable placing.
Right. And
just based off everything that we've seen from him.
Right. And I'd say based on the fact that he's sneezing, so Ronatons, you have 16.5 Ronatons to eviscerate a large planet. Roz, it's 2.7 Yotatons to fragment a planet, but he's technically not even destroying the gravitational binding of Jupiter at all. He's taking the gas off, so maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the wank.
The benefit of the doubt. And I'll say it still counts as planet barely. It's really technically planet level, like upper echelons of planet level. But large planet wise, I guess you could say it's like it's 2.7 Yotatons, which is 500 times less than 1 Ronaton. So it's like, would he even make it into the Ronatons? You know what I mean?
I mean, at a casual, definitely not, just because we just haven't seen enough. Because the whole thing with One Punch Man is that obviously he can one punch expose, but we get more stuff from like the side characters' point of views and their insane feats compared to like what Saitama does.
Right.
Right. So it makes it harder to like really concretely place him, at a casual level.
Yeah, because this right here is a planet. Yeah, and he was enraged when he still sneezed. Like, even though it's a joke that he sneezed, he was still up there in power. That this is not his base power. Yusuke would have to fight him to get him to that level first. So let's talk about a couple things. We have to rewind back a little bit. But technically, Saitama took damage from Boros when Boros wasn't strong enough to push him to his limit. The damage he took was insignificant, I'll admit. But it did say, but the data book still does claim even Saitama was banged up a bit. So we can't ignore that. Planetary for early Saitama was still something he needed to get serious to even do. It wasn't casual. Saitama's not casual planet level. As much as we want him to be, he's not. He has to get serious. Every fight he's ever had a planetary threat, he had to get serious. To some degree. Even Boros, he had to use a serious punch. Boros is just going to destroy the surface if we're going manga only. If we're using anime, of course, whole planet, which I think is more reasonable.
He says verbatimly in the anime, I'm going to blow you and this entire planet to hell.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, with that said, I think this feat here is bare minimum definitely in the large planetary lower ends. He's not going to fragmentate Jupiter's actual core, though. So the amount of energy he needs is not enough to fragmentate it, but he has enough to blow off the gases. That's the equivalent of me having multi-continental power. That's enough to blow off all the water of the ocean off the Earth. Just continental power is enough to do that, honestly. Because if I throw something really powerful at the Earth at light speed, the size of like, I don't know, like they say, even something the size of Texas at Earth at light speed, all the water on Earth is getting evaporated. You know what I mean, Roz?
Oh yeah, no, it's
So
no. If you do like a penny at Earth from like light speed, the amount of damage that small penny could do would be absolutely ridiculous, and people don't realize that.
Yeah, actually, let's show a calculation. Kinetic energy calculator. So check this out. We're gonna do weight of penny, 2,500 grams. So 2.5 grams. Let's do this. The mass. So we're gonna get energy. The mass 2.5 grams. Right? 2.5 grams. Velocity, miles per second. We'll do miles per hour. What? No. That's meters per second. All right. Meters per second. Light. Light travels in meters per second. All right, hold on. All right, let's put this as 1. So yeah, good. We have that number. Plug it in, and then just get the joules of energy. And it gives us 1.1235005 to the power of 14 joules of energy. Convert this over, and all I got to do is put joules to gigatons. Let's just do gigatons of TNT. All right. So let's do that. All right, so hold on. Yep. So 2.68 gigatons of TNT. So throwing a penny at Earth at light speed, and we didn't at light speed, it doesn't matter the distance, because distance doesn't really impact it more, because it's bypassed terminal velocity, so we don't factor that in. So there's no need to use the formula for that. The fact that even a penny can hit 2.5 gigatons of TNT, Roz, do you have any idea? You know that's large mountain level. A freaking penny will obliterate a large mountain.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's the amount of things you can do with faster than light speeds or light speeds is insane. I mean, for God's sake.
Yeah.
People don't realize how. I mean, let's say you heated up a small needle, right? This is actually what people do. If you heat up a small needle to like the heat of the core of the sun, it could wipe out at least like, what was it, a few countries to a continent or something like that. So I mean, it's insane.
To the to the core of the sun, right? Yep.
Yeah, just by heating up a small needle to that degree. So I mean,
right, exactly.
It's insane.
It's like Kizaru's foot. We did a calculation on that. I said, how heavy is Kizaru's foot? We found out, like for example, I did this as well. I'm gonna show you this. Check this out. Kizaru foot. Kizaru. Height. Kizaru weight. Let's look at his weight. 260 kilograms. Cool. And that makes sense considering how freaking tall he is. So 260 kilograms. All right. How much percent does human leg weigh? Look how easy this is. The leg is 16% of the body. So the total leg is 16.7% of the body. So 260 times 0.16. So 41 kilograms. So about 41.6 kilograms. Do the Kizaru calc. Boom. That's a significant jump. That's kind of ridiculous. And based on that alone, I plug the formula in. And all I got to do, back these up, erase that. Yeah. Yep. And then I just got to delete that. There we go. Jeez, golly. Roz, it's for so Kizaru's kick, according to kinetic energy, is 446,822,378 gigatons of TNT.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So to give you guys a perspective, even though we're kind of like getting off topic, I just want to really show you like the power of this formula. Yeah, let's do this. Calculator.
All right, so note to self, I don't want to get hit by Kizaru or Elizabeth. Neat.
Yup, exactly. So let's plug that in. So we got 446822378. All you have to do is just divide that. That's gigatons. So then we get teratons. Then we get, after the teratons, we get petatons. So he's 446 petatons of TNT. That's multi-continental. That's crazy. That's what someone's leg can do in terms of kinetic energy. And also, I did the penny formula slightly wrong, I believe. So if I go back, the penny formula, yep, to the 14 power. Yeah, I actually have to plug it in this way. What happened was, when I did this, I had to delete this, and I had to get rid of this decimal point. There we go. All right, now the decimal point is gone. So yeah, it turns out throwing a penny is actually 268 gigatons of TNT. Yeah, which is large island level.
Yeah, the insane amount of damage is insane. Crazy. I mean, let's think about this, right? If a penny at that speed can do that much damage, then imagine how fast the meteor or asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs across the entirety of the planet, mind you,
Yep,
was going.
exactly. My bad. Oh, you need the decimal point. I might have messed up then. You probably do need the decimal point, because then it might mistake it. But regardless, because I believe Kizaru's was like 18 something, right? Let me see here and make sure I'm doing this right. But no, you gotta be careful on how you do this calculation. I might just like write this number out myself for Kizaru though.
It is, that number is kind of like really picky and specific.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Good point. I'm just going to write it out. It's 18 zeros to the right. So let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Very good. Just do that naturally. So gigatons of TNT. All right, so there we go. All right, so maybe not like island level. So I might have made a mistake because the way I was the way I was typing in the formula. All right.
There's 18 zeros, and that's like quintillion, I believe. I can't remember. So
no, it's like more in the octillions, but it's definitely a high number. But it's, that is pretty impressive though that he could do that. And then I think if I get 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Huh? That's
let me look at.
Wait, hold on. Oh, you know what it is? No, the number for Kizaru was similar to accurate, but you know what it is? It's the actual calculator on Google. It's very bad. Never mind, the calculator on Google sucks. Because when I deleted the zeros, it started counting the tons of TNT. Look at it staying the same pretty much. Oh, never mind. It had e to the 11th power. Never mind. All right, it was accurate, but I guess I wasn't reading it right, so...
Okay, yeah, 18 zeros is quintillion, just to let you know. Yeah, it is quintillion.
All right, good. All right, that's why it messed up, because then I deleted it. All right, we're good. Anyway, back to the main point, though. All right. The bottom line, Saitama's really strong, but, you know, there's only so much he can do. Now, let's go back into the power of the sneeze. Joules of energy into a sneeze. So let's say he's basically baseline large planet. All right. I think I'm going to do the same thing I did to Yusuke, give him the benefit of the doubt. We're going to put him at... We'll give him 8 ronatons, which is like... It's not the middle, but it's the middle of the upper echelons. All right, no, it's not. That's inaccurate, though. I can't do that. All right, you know, we're not going to do that, because that's inaccurate. We're going to just give him 1 ronaton. Keep it fair.
I just put it like this. Casual Saitama planet, maxed out full power enraged Saitama, arguably like multi-planet to possibly large planet. If you really want to wank him, it's like that to use like that whole void feat that, you know, he and Garo created.
We're not using that. We're never doing that. Don't even give him the luxury. Nobody's getting that luxury, because if you can use
with wank. You know,
no, even wank that doesn't. See, here's the thing. Wank, Roz, you know this as well. Wank only matters if it's a sustainable. If it's a substantial argument. Like if you say Goku's, and we'll get to this topic. If you say Goku's out of reversal, that's not even wank. It's just unreasonable. It's unreasonable. Stupid. Yeah, it's like wank is actually has to be something that is like crazy. But when it
has to be founded.
Yes, it has. It can't fall under Hitchin's razor, basically. It has to have some substantial argument. Now, in terms of joules of energy in a sneeze, man, I don't want Quora to tell me the joules of energy in a sneeze. How much energy is in a sneeze? Taking your information from Quora is weird. 0.03. Why is a sneeze equivalent to 1/7 of an organism? Can you sneeze? All right, so I mean, there's other places calculating it. All right, we're just gonna go with the most, since sneezes vary, and nobody did a case study on those. So we'll just go with 0.3 joules of energy for a sneeze. Now, joules, god dang it, joules of joules of energy in a punch. So an average person can generate, an average person around 110 pounds can generate 135 to 150 joules with their average punch. It's like a baseball being dropped from a 15-story building. All right, the kinetic energy of a strong punch, experts can deliver 400 joules, an amount roughly equal to getting shot by a handgun. Right, but it's not a small surface area, so it doesn't pierce you. All right, so Roz, professionals. Now let's go with boxers. Joules of energy. Now, Saitama was an avid fighter when he was in human, so we're going to give him that. It says here, the average professional heavyweight boxer has been estimated to have a force of 1,500 newtons. So we'll say he's like average pro level, but we're not going to say he's like Mike Tyson. Like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, yo, Saitama is like a Mike Tyson prodigy. Like, man, probably not.
Nah, it's very clear that, fighting isn't really his strong suit, especially by the point of his final battle with like Garo. Like, he can fight, but he's not really good at it per se. That's very obvious.
Yeah, newtons to joules converter. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. So yeah, 1,200 newtons, 1,500 newtons, fair game. So 1,500. So here's what we do. So we got to look at the difference between 0.3 times 1,500. What is the difference in them? Is it a 450 times difference? No, it's way more than that. I think it's 1,500 divided by 0.3. 5,000. There we go. So Saitama's punch is 5,000 times planetary. So that's 5,000 ronatons, which is crazy. So that means Saitama is definitely at 5 quatatons. Yusuke's at 2 quatatons. Oh, or 2.5 or 3-ish. So Saitama actually wins the max power output in terms of his punches. And we know Saitama can do multiple serious punches at the same time. So that's impressive, I would say. Granted, we kind of gave Saitama the higher end of the stick because we gave him ronatons, which would more so fragmentate the entirety of Jupiter. If I was to be honest, I would have gave him 2.5 yotatons. I would have kept him in the yotaton area because he didn't even really destroy Jupiter at all. But, actually, we should be fair. But even if we were fair with Saitama, that would still put him at a rough estimate of 13.5 ronatons. Which sounds about right. Which would be right outside of dwarf star level. So I technically, so if we kept it realistic according to the actual scan, Saitama would be 13.5, which would put him at large planetary casualty every punch. But dwarf star level is more so if you're assuming that he could fragmentate Jupiter with the sneeze, but we know he didn't. But I don't know. I don't even know how to really go about this because technically I kind of overbloated his power. But it's okay. But I'll still keep it. We'll still keep it at 5 ronatons. So power, max power, Saitama. Casual power, Yusuke. Next is speed. How fast is Saitama? All right, we don't need to really get into this. Travel and combat speed goes to Yusuke. There's no argument. But Saitama was like going near the sun and farted and beat Tagara. Yeah, we don't know how close the portal was to the sun. There's no actual calcs. Saitama is at best like, several times the speed of light. Yusuke. Like, Roz, do I need to do it? Do I need to show them?
I mean, wasn't Yusuke technically keeping up with that one chick? What was her name? Like, Botan, who can, like, through speed of load, travel between, like, dimensions that were essentially universes? Remember correctly?
Yeah, well, she went through the dark dimension where light cannot reach.
Yeah. And if light can't reach it, then that means that technically, I mean, it's your equivalent of, like, a black hole similarly to it.
Well, she did state one of the girls would get lost forever, and the other girl said I would send Yusuke to the end of the universe. Hyperbole, of course, but it's still just like, you know, even the weaker E class. I didn't say D. I said E class. Like, these demons are ass. Even they sent Yusuke into the stratosphere.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, even with just like that bare minimum knowledge, like Yusuke technically blitzes Saitama. Yes, Saitama is fast in his own right, but not as fast as Yusuke, where, you know, spiritual energy, or they say, can freaking, you know, function as light via like photons, or where, you know, his spirit gun, you know,
Everything acts as a light. Like Genkai reflected the light, and remember when he was fighting Kuwabara went to slice him, and it was just there was literally just a image of Shishirokumaru still there being cut, and he physically thought he felt him, and the Shishirokumaru was just laughing at him and says, "That was just my shadow."
yeah, it's like a literal after image that he just left due to how fast he was.
Yeah, I know people will say after images are just hypersonic. I'm like, hypersonic after images. Like, I did this before. We talked about this before. An after image is light speed, generally speaking. Not in all fiction. It depends on the context on the feat. Because if you're fast enough to leave a floating visual image of yourself to the point your opponent can physically feel your body, or at least they thought they felt an essence of you in that space you occupied, because there's negative after image and positive after image. The fact that your image is still resonating in their retina means their body didn't detect. Our light is barely as fast as light. Like our eyes, we can capture a lot of things. Oh, faster than the human eye. If the human eye is focused and trained, we can catch bullets. Like, not actually catch bullets, but like we could see the bullet move through the air. The reason it's hard is because they're so freaking tiny.
Exactly.
And we have to watch him from a long distance. Kuwabara is coming up to this guy close hand, and he's already like several feet behind him. So, like, even if you don't... And Shishirokumaru literally used light-based moves. That Genkai used spirit reflective light to put him away. So, the amount of times characters use light speed is just kind of insane.
He is, like, again, the... what was he, like, a B class? The one who used, like, photons? Wasn't he, like, B class, remember? Because a B class demon? Or was he A class?
The one who used photons to slap up Kuwabara in the tournament?
Yeah.
That was a human. That wasn't a demon.
Well, he wasn't even a demon. That was a human.
That was less than a D. That was barely a D class human. No joke.
Oh my! I thought that I was thinking this whole time he was like a B class demon or something like that at least.
Nope. Nope. That was just a regular human.
Oh my god.
That was a well-trained martial arts human. He's a psychic. He's been training for years, but, you know. Yeah. So, I guess it's safe to say Yusuke is absolutely breaking Saitama's ankles.
Oh, yeah. And at this point, like, durability, because... okay, durability, I think that's an interesting one. That can actually go either way.
I think I'm going to say Saitama is more durable in terms of, like, taking actual hits, because he's good at it. You could hit him all day, and he's just, like, his head's just going to bobble. You're like, bing! Like, his bald head is going to bobble. But here's something interesting I'm going to show on the stream. That's Yusuke after getting shot in multiple areas. less than a minute, that's him. He stood up, somehow got some DBZ Zenkai, and whooped the stuffing out of Sensui. Roz, any comments on that? I don't even know what to say to that.
I would say that's more or less like I guess you could say that is durability, but it also can help his adaptability as well, showing that he could adapt surely after going through this trauma that almost killed him.
That's true. He did also fight guys who was 1,000 times stronger than him and then overcame that gap difference in power through skill and determination. Because as Genkai said, I never seen a human power up so much with just emotion.
Yeah, so essentially it goes like this, right? If you want to put down like Yusuke, you got to put him down like instantly. Because if you don't, at some point he is going to adapt to it and learn how to fight against you.
Right. Guys,
and tank your stuff.
In the chat, can we get some fires if you think Yusuke got that Saiyan biology? Because, like, I mean, when's the last time you see a character get 10 times stronger in literally, like, a minute? A minute. I didn't say, like, a minute hypothetically, like how black people would be like, yeah, I'll catch you in a minute, bro. I'm talking, like, in 60 seconds, bro. Yep, Donaz is right. His recovery time. Yep, I think Saitama also has good adaptability, if I'm gonna be honest. But it's also kind of weird because Saitama's never really pushed. Yusuke's pushed all the time and he gets stronger. Saitama's pushed only once, so we don't really know if he's gonna keep adapting or if he'll reach a stop. So we can't just make assertions. We just gotta say, no, he's just gets stronger. Because Saitama wasn't really taking heavy damage from Garo. You ever see Saitama get a hole in his body and chest and he can heal himself with the spirit wave and come back stronger? I don't think he can do that.
Oh no, it's clearly he can't. I mean, when he takes damage, he's not automatically healing from it. In fact, he's not healing at all. He has to recover. We saw it with Boros, right? He didn't just automatically heal when he got, whooped on. He was still battle damaged even after the battle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's clear he does have a healing factor.
Yeah, endurance and stamina is clearly Yusuke. Dude fought 60 hours in full power and got stronger actively. And he ran for 5 days at max speed and didn't even sweat or sleep. And it makes sense because Genkai would have him use his spirit energy to balance on his fingertip his whole body for 20. You hold this position for 12 hours. Got it, slacker. And he just like pissed. So Yusuke could, just like Hunter X Hunter characters, or sorry, Hunter. Look, I'm gonna say the X anyway. Shut up. Just like Hunter characters, you know what I mean? Look, battle IQ, Yusuke. Hacks, Yusuke. Well, Saitama, if he combines with Garo, those hacks are crazy, but those don't count. That's
I mean, to be fair, they didn't even really combine. They just punched each other so hard they created like a whole temporal portal so Saitama can go back in time. That's really all it was.
Where he didn't even keep his boost.
Yeah. It was just like, hey, punch with me and then you can go back in time. That's about it. There was really no fusion happening. So, I don't know. That was just my observation, though. So,
right.
But Battle IQ, that's
67
Yusuke.
and see how crazy is the Grand Priest. He can erase
And
you from
Hax is also
outside the
Yusuke.
multiverse and resurrect you as he is a menace.
If I'm honest.
Absolutely, Adam Amro. Thank you for the £5. I appreciate it. Woo! Let's go, Yako. We got another band. No, we got a request. The bottom line is the actual point. Before I get to the request of Adam Amro, I just want to tell people, in my honest opinion, I think if a battle broke out, I think Yusuke actually would win the battle because he wouldn't let Saitama adapt, depending on how the battle goes. Actually, it's hard to say, because Ross, fun fact, did you know Hiei? I think Hiei would be a better fight for Saitama. No, not a better fight. Yusuke would be a good fight for Saitama. I think Saitama can win, but I think in most cases he wouldn't. Because what happens if they blow up the planet? Saitama can breathe outside of space. Yusuke was in hyperspace. Your point?
Yeah.
Oh, but because your spirit is a reflection on your body. Yusuke was in the stratosphere and still was breathing outside of orbit. So, yeah. As a spirit. Also, Saitama has to kill Yusuke twice, right, Roz?
Yeah,
'Cause this-
physical and spiritually.
Because if Yusuke's ghosts come out of his body, you realize he doesn't have he's stronger. That's stupid.
And which now, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe Saitama has any experience fighting people on like a spiritual level, let alone the soul.
Let alone someone stronger now who can attack his soul.
So again, someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe there was a chapter that I missed where he did fight like a soul being. So who knows? But as right now, I am yeah. Oh, yeah. Joker says he didn't. So okay, yeah. Then there's something he can do about that.
Yeah. So, yeah, Saitama has to deal with that. Yusuke is faster. Saitama's stronger. Casual punches from Saitama are stronger. But the thing is, Yusuke would take one hit from that, and Yusuke would feel like, oh man, this guy hits hard. He's the real deal. Yusuke will realize he hits as hard as Yomi. And Yusuke will be hurting and injured and will say, I guess I can't take another hit from him. But Yusuke will smile, laugh. His body will adapt to Saitama's power. Because let's be honest. Do you see Yusuke? Because Yusuke was stronger after the Yomi fight and was ready to fight Yomi next year for the next tournament. So the fact is, you can argue Yusuke is as strong as his sacred energy self, based on how he's been throughout the whole series. He always bypasses himself. Always. But even if we don't assume that, Yusuke, like, do you think a 2 times gap is too much for Yusuke to adapt to, based on Saitama being 2 times stronger than him? I really don't think so. I think Yusuke is like, this is my max. He'll just break his limit, because he always does. Even outside of that, Saitama can't tag him anymore. If Yusuke's aware, he's not going to let Saitama tag him. He's going to consider Saitama slow and just wail on him. And I don't care how much you think Saitama's adaptation. Saitama is going to take damage and fall. Because Yusuke's coming at him with a bunch of freaking large planet level punches right in his face. Saitama's going to get irritated, try to blitz Yusuke. Yusuke's just going to uppercut him and hit him in vital areas. And Saitama doesn't have immunity to that. Yusuke is going to dodge him and uppercut him right in his freaking chest. And he'd be like, alright, enough playtime's over. Spirit gun right in Saitama's face, point blank. Then Saitama doesn't have astral defense, so he can get attacked in his soul. That's not going to be fair. And actually, by that, I think Yusuke actually could take this high difficulty. I'm still going to say high difficulty, because if he hits one, Saitama only needs like several hits to really hurt. Actually, I don't know, Roz, because Yusuke fought Yomi, who was 3 times stronger than him, and Yomi bodied him, and Yusuke still got back up. So I don't know. Yusuke's durability is greater than his AP by far. So I'm kind of nervous now thinking about that. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not. I don't know. I feel like technically, compared to Yomi, right? And this is just my thought process. I feel like Saitama could possibly get a lot more damage in on Yusuke consistently than what Yomi did, despite Yomi being 3 times stronger, right? Just because of how, Saitama's like consecutive punches can work and how fast he can actually attack at, because again, he's not a slouch, in terms of like attack speed. So I definitely feel like he probably could do a bit better getting consecutive damage in on Yusuke without stopping if he doesn't need to, compared to Yomi, where, he'll beat down Yusuke, stop, and then sit there puzzled like, why are you still getting up? Crap like that.
Yeah, that's true. But we also have to factor in Yusuke's adaptability. He probably is going to adapt to Saitama's level of power, and then he'll have a fight like he did with Chu and Yusuke were just punching and not blocking. And I don't think Saitama can out-stamina him, if you want me to be honest. I mean, do we have evidence of Saitama being able to fight for 5 days?
As of right now, no. I mean, Grant, he has some pretty impressive stamina, don't get me wrong. Again, fighting out in the vacuum of space for as long as he did, presumably for like hours, maybe a full day straight, I don't know. But at least like for a couple of hours, right? That's impressive, because that was an intense battle. but that doesn't compare to anything that Yusuke's done for like 5 days straight.
60 hours fighting at max power and then breaking your limit in your body and then healing your body. Oh, no, Yusuke will win. You know why, Roz? Yusuke has hacks. He can heal himself.
Oh yeah, no,
It's GG. Because Saitama can damage him, he'll just heal himself and then just get stronger. That's like a Mary Sue character almost. That's not fair.
Listen, Atari. I'm gonna be honest. Kim Kafwan has better stamina than Saitama. He's a normal human.
Yeah, even Baki does.
Man fought against like bloodlusted bears for 3 days straight without rest as part of training.
All right, now I will say concludes the battle. Our winner is Yusuke, high difficulty. And I will say, don't even ask how it would turn out with Hiei, because if you want me to be honest, if Hiei fought Saitama, just like Speedo Sound Sonic, Saitama would be like, oh, who are you? And Hiei would just be like, I don't know. He's like, Hiei would just have a simple like, you're in the way, Baldy. Now move. And then Saitama would be like, if this is end of series Hiei, Saitama would be like, I don't think so. And then Hiei would actually put his knife to his throat. And I'll be honest, Saitama himself would be like shocked, like, I couldn't even see you. You must be really... He'll smile. He'll be like, you're fast, because even I couldn't even see you. And then if Hiei releases some of his demon aura, Saitama would be able to at least have an idea like, yeah, this guy's the real deal. He's stronger than anyone I've ever fought. Even stronger than Garo. By far. And I don't think Saitama has soul defense, so his soul getting eviscerated from a black flaming dragon that's hotter than the sun. I mean, because it's hotter than the flames of the sun. It's hot. No, it's hotter because the fist of the mortal flame is one of the hottest fist. It's fist of the mortal, like fire, as hot as fire can get on Earth. The black dragon is hotter than any fire that exists in the human realm, including the sun. Is that hyperbole? No, because Yusuke had to endure a mini sun in his body. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think, and that was B class Yusuke. So, yeah, and he evaporates souls, bro.
I think Joker or somebody else mentioned the fact that Saitama did get punched into the sun at one point in that fight. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's patty cake compared to what Hiei can dish out, though. It's a black dragon that is literally comes from the deepest depths of hell or demon world. I don't think you can compare to that, especially considering how much energy Suzaku put in Yusuke, because you know how hot lightning can get. And Yusuke tanked that as a D class. So then there's so many factors. Like, they have so much heat resistance. And the fact that Hiei's Fist of the Mortal Flame makes Suzaku look like a walk in the park. Remember, even the D classes, like Seiryu, was near absolute zero. And Toya is literally... Hiei's sister Yukina can get colder than him. And Toya, like, he's a joke to Toya. So... yeah, and the fact that these characters have resistance to arguably, it's not confirmed, but arguably close to absolute zero temperatures is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is insane.
Yeah, and then Yusuke has lightning resistance after his training because of his spiritual energy. So I think, like, with Hiei versus Saitama, in my opinion, I think that would end even quicker. I think it would be low difficulty in character because Hiei would just kill him. He wouldn't give him there would be nothing to adapt to. Oh, but Saitama's planetary casualty. It doesn't matter. He's putting a knife through his skull. That's it. Saitama wouldn't even have a chance to even power up. It's sad to say, but it's kind of like when Goku fought Granola. If Vegeta wasn't there for Goku, Goku would have been dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Just catch him. Pop! That's it. In character, Granola would... it's over. So, yeah, that's why I said the same thing. If Hiei fought Sasuke, there wouldn't be no Susanoo. It'd be... Hiei just kills him. He'll chop his head right off. I think that's the thing people forget about Hiei. He's one of those characters who does not care. Heck, you can even argue in Midaka Box, if Kumagawa doesn't use all fiction and just plays with Hiei and doesn't understand how fast Hiei actually is, Hiei would kill him before he even activates anything. Though I'm pretty sure he might be able to activate it when he's dead. I don't know. I gotta ask Harvado to confirm, but hypothetically, he'd kill anyone before they get anything started. And fun fact, for those who don't know how strong Hiei is, before I go and read Alex's comment, I want you guys to know that Hiei tanked an attack that cuts through space. He said, what is that line? She's cutting through space. Through space? I've heard stories about that, about how Makuro can cut even through space. The cut that Makuro cut through remains cut. So the space that Makuro cuts through remains cut. If you make contact with it, you in the space, you're in. If you make contact with it, you in the space you're in, you're getting split. And it says this: there's no kind of material that can elude that. Makuro's right arm can cut through it, space and all. Roz.
Oh yeah.
Now let's have Makuro fight Saitama, who's still end of series one shot at end of series Hiei 0 while because she was irritated, and it was confirmed by Sorcerer Kirin that she held back that tournament and saw it as a friendly exhibition, because if she wanted to, she could have won it hands down, and is twice as strong than everyone else there. So let me ask you. But she's such a pacifist that she doesn't care to do that to Yomi and stuff. That's why Ryzen even told Yusuke, you might get along with Makuro, but Yomi, watch out for him.
Oh yeah, it's alright. Didn't Yusuke fight someone who can control black or purple lightning in Yu Hakusho? Or was it normal color lightning?
Nah, it was demon lightning. It eviscerates the entire body and soul just by touching it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if I remember that correctly, because purple lightning already, and this is real, right? It's stated to be
okay,
was it 2 or 3 times hotter than the surface of our sun? Normal lightning is already as hot as the surface of our sun, but purple lightning is 50,000 degrees, 55,000 degrees Fahrenheit, while the surface of our sun is 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you want to include that,
yeah,
Yusuke is technically taking 55,000 degree Fahrenheit, attacks, if you were to include that as well.
Exactly. Oh, that's impressive. That's impressive, Kevin Cubes. I'll answer that in a moment. Harvado, thanks for confirming. So, Sasuke, I wouldn't say Sasuke is massively faster than Light. No, I wouldn't say that. I don't think there's evidence in Naruto to support him being thousands of times faster than actual Light. I think transitive property wise, Yu Yu Hakusho is better than Naruto at that. Naruto's so flimsy about it because we had to wait until we know Haku has light speed based on the reflective ice, and we know other characters have some scaling relative to that faster. But then the fact that Sage Art Light Jutsu, they're light speed impossible to dodge, was that's kind of hyperbole. I think Naruto is faster than that, but I don't think we have concrete calcs that really get him over the edge of so much faster narratively wise. Yu Yu Hakusho is kind of the same narratively. The only thing we know is they have a lot of light speed attacks in the beginning of the series, and characters blitz them. And we just know they're so fast that Pooh came from the regular spirit. Before Sensui could even throw out his attack to finish off Kuwabara, Hiei, and Kurama, Yusuke flew through the entire subspace, which is 4D, confirmed in this very series itself. Because they got eaten by a 2-dimensional demon, went into the 4th dimensional realm, a space between universes, or between the human world, demon world, and afterlife. They flew through. Pooh flew through that, no difficulty. Met up with and literally arrived like Goku arriving on Namek against Frieza, and that style before Sensui even finished his attack. And we're talking about traveling outside of, the actual universe, you could say. Technically, it's a wormhole that connects the universes, but I'm saying, if I wanted to go a high-end route, solar system to solar system can't compare to traveling from a world to a different world. And Demon World's endless, verbatim. So it's kind of you know what I mean? So I personally wouldn't say MFTL, but I would say FTL plus, for sure. I wouldn't say MFTL. At least because most of the Otsutskis travel through teleportation most of the time, from what I've seen. I haven't really seen them do a gas and just start flying, you know what I mean? But I don't know, Roz, what are your take on it? You've done Naruto scaling too. I don't know. Naruto was held by limicolones and dodged light beams point blank. It was just Kishi telling Naruto is fast, but that's not his limit. Yeah, exactly. That's why I just said that. Yeah, Naruto is well, I didn't say that. What you said, I said Naruto is definitely faster than light. I just wouldn't say MF. I just wouldn't say MFTL because that's like another level. That's like thousands of times.
Okay, now here's the thing. Like, I'll give my 2 cents on that. Right now, if you want to make an argument for Naruto being MFTL, then I guess you can argue the fact that since he's fought characters like Momoshiki and Kenshiki who do travel the universe, and to be travel the universe, you had to be at least moving from FTL plus to at least some variant on MFTL speeds. So if you want to say that they can also fight at those same speeds that they're traveling, then sure, yes, you can make the argument that Naruto can be scaled to at least like bare minimum at the lowest of lows MFTL.
Interesting.
But we don't know if the Otsutsuki actually fought while moving at those speeds while traveling the universe. We don't know that yet because we're still learning more about them. You know, we're still getting new information on them just about almost every chapter or every other chapter.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where you can make the argument, but there's still not enough solid evidence. It's there, but we just need a bit more to really go there. So for me, I comfortably place Naruto and Sasuke like at, FTL plus speeds. I feel like that is a generous, placing for them.
Yeah. Especially because in the story, we know they're clearly not that... it's kind of like... It's a little annoying. Naruto's suffering the Dragon Ball syndrome, where they should be, but they don't act like it. Dragon Ball's a little bit more easier to accept because, it's a space... They go in space. They deal with so many things that... There's too much evidence to prove Dragon Ball is that fast. But Naruto, it's very underwhelming in terms of, Sasuke is like, all right, I'll travel to Sasuke. I'm like, yeah, but bro, why is it taking you minutes? The Naruto world ain't that big. And you can't tell me it is. There's no evidence to say it's, super crazy huge. So why does it take you that dang long to get to Sasuke, bro? I thought you were, light speed. So sometimes that's why I feel, Roz, that I feel like they can drift into space and use certain jutsus or techniques, possibly. I do think they're definitely faster than light plus. But I don't think it's something I would put at MFTL, or at least in that category, just because it's kind of it's a little finicky. It's hard to say. It's hard for me to look at it and say, yeah, Sasuke would totally react to someone moving hundreds of times the speed of light at a standstill. Looking at it narratively, I don't even think Kishimoto would agree with that. I don't think he would. But, make do with what you may have. I think that's just my opinion on it so far, because Naruto needs a lot more evidence to where it stands. Bleach is a lot easier to kind of get that number, because, Bleach is stupid. One Piece is a lot easier to get that number. One Piece is stupid in that area when it comes to speed. But Naruto is a lot more because I know Delta literally shot a light beam at Naruto, and he just dodged it. But he still got tagged by it. And I know that Delta's light beam is clearly not just light speed. That's stupid. I mean,
no.
Yeah, she's chakra amped, and it stops regeneration, if I recall. So
yeah, it stops regen, and plus Delta and some of the other cyborgs and androids in the series were created specifically to kill Otsutsuki.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be a lot faster than your normal light beam.
Yeah, I think I can believe Naruto being MFTL plus if we start getting things like Samurai 8, like Ada. So if we start getting things like that, I feel like I would definitely place him up there. But I feel like because we haven't really gotten that like we need it, it's hard to tell if the Otsutsukis are kind of just flying around like Ada did in Samurai 8 with Hachimaru, or if they're just teleporting from point A to point B. Because that's what they use as their main method of travel. So it's hard to tell if that's consistent, So it's hard to really say. But yeah, if you make a parallel world, we need more information, because how big is their parallel world? It has stars, and it has planets. But we have to wonder, did they go into a parallel world and created stuff and claim it their own? Or did they make it from scratch? Because if they made it from scratch, then that's MFTL plus. Hell no. Well, it depends on how long it took them. But it's still going to be MFTL plus. Because it would take hundreds of millions of years to travel the Milky Way if you're not even MFTL plus. So yeah. So I don't know, man. Oh yeah, Michael Braxton. Sorry for not answering. No, Demon World is not 4D in Yu Yu Hakusho. It exists in the It is in a sense it has temporality, but it's not in the sense of what you might think, like a fourth dimensional realm overall. Let me go to Dragon Ball Super chapter real quick to kind of read up something that was stated. It was in chapter. It was in chapter 67 to kind of see something as I was requested. All right, so I was requested to see something. All right, so let's see here. So, yep. So, yeah, yep. Goku surprised Mirrors, it's you. Yes, I did cease to exist as an angel, that is. A few days later, you should have... Oh, thank you for the $2 donation. The Dark Knight 47. Are you able to scale stickmen fighting? Yes, I can. Depends on what stickman it is. But thank you again for the $2 donation. It says here a few days earlier you got Beerus and Whis bowing. And it's saying here, it's like, it is the fate of breaking the laws. My deepest apology. Last, I was wrong to place him under your care. My deepest apologies. Grand Priest is upset. That said, yep, breaking the law, Angel. Yep. Then he says here, that said, I personally eradicated Mirrors temporarily before resurrecting him as a mortal. What? He now has a lifespan and his angel powers are gone. There was simply no other way to save him. Actually, it was this one who came to me willing to sacrifice his own life to save Mirrors. And then it was Supreme Kai. Thank you for considering the matter. Kaishin, when did you get here? Oh, yeah. How dare you put our lives on the chopping block? You and I are sides of the same coin, remember? For the involvement. Yep. So anyway, what are your thoughts on that as well, Roz? Like the fact that he's like, that said, I personally eradicated Mirrors. We're talking someone who would clap Moro.
Oh no, Grand Priest. Again, I'm always going to say this. Grand Priest is a goat, right? He is insane in terms of power. The fact that this spin is like, I think in the anime he's like the second strongest fighter, and then manga's like said to be the third or something like that. I can't remember.
No, it's top 5 in the anime, and then the manga he's the strongest.
Oh, okay.
That's before Zeno.
Okay, then yeah, like it's insane. The fact that he could just erase someone from existence and then bring him back just like that.
Yeah, that's. But I have to say,
while not being in the same universe, let alone dimension as they are.
Right. And Kevin Cubes, I just want to answer. I do agree Hiei and Sasuke is debatable. In my opinion, I think adult Sasuke can win. If you want me to be 100% honest. Because I actually think Naruto characters have more reason to be star level plus. If you want my honest opinion. If you watch my video, I actually said Sasuke bodies. But realistically, looking at it side by side, if it's in the actual character, if it's in character, like if Sasuke's not aware that they're actually fighting, Hiei will kill Sasuke. I'm very confident in that. Because Sasuke has been caught off guard by many things before. Not that he can't see it, but someone as strong and as fast as Hiei, no. Momoshiki splitting worlds is not even, that's nothing. So what? Sensui does that with just existing. You know what I'm saying, Roz? You know what I'm saying, guys? So,
yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, so if you can just exist and flex your aura and blow up the planet, he doesn't need to put in any effort. That's why I'm saying, like, yeah, Sasuke. Sasuke, the problem with Naruto characters is they have to exert and prepare to do super strong attacks. Sasuke is never going to get a chance to dish out anything around the attack potency of star level because Hiei is just going to keep at him. So Hiei's average attacks from Hiei are as strong as Yusuke. Sasuke ain't tanking a bunch of planets in the face. Hell no. Nope. And I'm sorry, that's just how it is. Unless Sasuke is completely on guard and using his chakra to guard himself as best as possible, then yeah, he absolutely can tank it. But again, like I said, Naruto is very finicky with that scaling because it's like they're unsure of what they want to be. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's more or less about that Kishimoto is trying to be a bit more just conservative, right? It's not like, Oda or Toriyama/Toritaro and some of these others where it's like, hey, here's this insane feat, boom, in your face, whatever. With Kishimoto, it seems like he wants to go with all factors, right?
Yeah.
Lore, narrative, feats, statements. It's like he tries to incorporate all of it into like a nice kind of like flowing narrative, right? A nice flowing story, so nothing throws it off. Where, you know, for Dragon Ball, we'll have issues where it's like, man, if you know Goku's this strong, how is he getting bodied by a laser or something like that? It creates like these inconsistencies.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to make excuses
Like-
for
like-
to make sense.
Exactly. That's why Naruto is a very good show in terms of like trying to keep the scaling conservative. But I do have to say, honestly, despite that, Naruto is just, it's a little, Boruto, I should say, is a little like, Because I feel like Boruto wants to be, based on the lore, I have a feeling end of series Boro is going to be Universal Plus to even low multi, if you want me to be honest. I feel like that's the route they're going. But right now, we're just waiting for things to certify itself because it's so weird the way they write it. Because they do it in this weird Dragon Ball conservative way. But like the thing is, OG Dragon Ball, you couldn't argue that. It was straight up planets being blown up, moons, baboons, Black Lagoon.
Yep.
Nah, I'm playing.
Careful now. Harvado will get defensive with Black Lagoon because of Revi. That's his bay right there.
Yeah. Like, if we use Naruto's lore, I think that, I think Sasuke wins, if you want me to be honest. Like, if we use novels included, I think Sasuke can win. But I think just, like, in a general encounter, the preparation Sasuke needs, I feel like Hiei definitely has a chance to definitely just kind of easy solo it. That's just because it's in his character. Now, if you want me to be honest, I think somebody who can really beat a lot of these verses, I think someone who can really, like, and I hate to say it, Roz, I think solo One Punch Man. I know that's a big word, solo, because you're fighting a lot of people. I actually think Makuro from Yu Yu Hakusho would solo One Punch Man. The certified strongest non-dead character in the series, I think she would solo.
Dang.
I mean,
All right.
think about it. She's way faster than Hiei, which we already know Hiei is faster than Yusuke, or as fast as Yusuke, and we already know how fast Yusuke is. But, bro, she can cut space. That's so broken. Not only does she have stronger AP, but she could just cut space. Like, what? What is this nonsense? Like, what does Saitama do, Roz, when he gets three-dimensionally cut? And those people's like, oh, but he can grab hyperspace. I don't care. Show me him surviving 3D space getting cut from someone who has higher AP than he does.
Exactly. And not only that, those were just done for laughs. They weren't like serious like feats.
Yeah, she wasn't trying. She was playing around with Hiei, bro.
Oh no, I was talking about Saitama, crushing hyperspace or space-time portals. I said that was just done for like gag. That's just done for a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Not a serious feat to be taken into consideration.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I'll definitely look into it more because Shibai being a 5D being, I don't know yet. That would imply he can destroy an infinite subset of parallel universes that are all Universe Plus. I don't know if they're that strong. But hey, you never know.
Yeah, I don't freaking know. It's kind of like...
But because you got to really think about that, Roz. Think about it. An infinite number of infinite-sized universes that are all 4D plus. That's kind of a big jump. RJ, thank you for the $4.99 donation, by the way. It says, Dragon Ball Heroes, Time Patrol versus Tauro-verse. Bro, what kind of question is that? You might as well just ask me, yo, Roz, who will win a fight? Two beef bacon cheeseburgers versus you and me when we're hungry. Like, come on now. That's not a fight. That's not a fight. I appreciate it, RJ. But Tauro-verse, I don't give a damn what they have, bro. Goku is soloing, bro. But Accelerator will get duffed right in his face, bro. What about the other characters? They'll get duffed. What about the one character that says there's no cardinal number? She's getting duffed. She's beyond cardinality? Cool. They already did that. +1. She's getting duffed in the face. Hillary Duff. Boom.
Wow, Hillary.
I'm sorry, bro. I don't mean to be toxic. Wait, you said Taru? I thought. Wait, I'm pretty sure he said Taru verse, right?
He did.
Yeah, pretty sure Accelerator's in there, right? Or I could be wrong. No, I'm 1,000% sure Taru's verse has Accelerator. Yes, it does. Unless he's talking about, yeah, I'm pretty sure
No,
it
I
does.
think.
Yeah, because it's Taru Mojutsu no Index, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen 11D for Towerverse. Yeah, you see, it's 11-dimensional mathematics, Michael. Now, there are characters in the novel who scale to that level, but it's hard to really say, are they 11-dimensional infinite anomalies? Which I think is likely the case. Cosmic Fear Gawa versus Otsutsuki. Thor's Hammer.
No.
Bro, Kaguya will literally grab his nuts and yank.
No, that's not fair.
Oh, Momoshiki splits worlds like I'm splitting checks at the freaking diner when I don't feel like paying for my wife. No, I'm just kidding. Don't clip that. Clipped. I know somebody's gonna clip that. But Kevin Cubes, you don't need Ishiki, bro. All you need, like literally, Madara will body Garu. But there's no way Madara will body. Bro, Madara has better hacks. His hacks will even beat Saitama. That's why I said, like, Naruto, the thing about Naruto, and Braz and I will always give Naruto credit for this. We don't really think Naruto is like those crazy solar system. Okay, I kind of think they are. But we don't think they're galaxy. Okay, maybe. But we don't think they're like universal plus and all that stuff. But we definitely will give Naruto credit for one thing. Hacks. Hacks. Bleach and Naruto are the hack central. Serious.
Oh, yeah. For God's sake, they are. What they lack in like what you can call destructive power, they more than make up in terms of like just hacks that they have.
Yup. The only thing is, Hiei is... That's why they had Hiei versus Sasuke. Because if it was Yusuke versus Sasuke, in Yusuke's style, he could win, but it's not likely. It's only if Sasuke keeps letting the fight drag. Sasuke is likely not going to let the fight drag, because Sasuke is not going to have the stamina to compete with Yusuke's stamina. So he's going to make sure he ends it quick. You know what I mean? Bro, I can name so many characters from the Ninja War who body Garu. You can even argue Hashirama can beat Garu, can't you, Raz?
Oh, yes. This man, I want you to think about it. This man took on Madara, the same guy who could, show that's being resurrected, could single-handedly body each of the tailed beasts, including Kurama. Kurama being someone who can straight up turn the planet to ash if he so decides, while being split in half.
Yeah, you know what? I take back a lot of what I said. I gotta give Naruto credit. I think it's because I haven't watched it a lot recently. Because most of the topics, everyone doesn't talk about Naruto no more. Now, I will be honest. There are some Naruto fans who be going OD. But I gotta admit, Naruto's, they're pretty good. They're pretty strong.
Yeah, and then let's go into this, right? Hashirama has never fought the Ten Tails, right? Never fought the Ten Tails.
Oh, never mind. Hold up, Roz.
What?
I just realized something.
What's up?
Yeah, you know what? Naruto can fight Yusuke. You know why?
Why?
50% of the Nine Tails can turn the world to ash.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like
that's literally like Sensui.
Yeah.
Like Sensui, yo, just have my power. And Kurama's like, yeah, I feel you, bro. And he just said, and then you factor in the other multipliers that they later got in Boruto. So baseline Ninja War Naruto probably won't beat the Yu Yu Hakusho characters at their max, but definitely in Boruto where they start like casual because Kenshiki is casual planetary, according to the data books.
Oh yeah, no, like
and multi-planetary, bro.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing. Like when it comes to like, listen, people don't understand. Like War Arc, Sasuke and Naruto are already busted enough as is, right? Fighting against Kaguya for as long as they did. Kaguya being the same one who can create dimensions that have stars and planets in them and all the other kinds of stuff as well, casually warping them with time space and jutsu and crap like that. Just War Arc, Naruto and Sasuke alone, at least by the end of the war arc, are already mad broken. Already mad broken because they've mastered their powers. They also got amped by the actual sage of the Six Paths himself, Hagoromo, and it's just mad insane.
Who could go
You
back
know,
in time?
Yeah, so we can go back in time, and who really isn't bound by time. I should make that clear. Like, I think the data book pretty much states that, Hagoromo isn't bound by time.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of slept on them. Yeah, they're kind of crazy. Naruto go hard.
So there's that. I mean, keep in mind, Hagoromo was so strong that fans believe that chances are that he probably could have fought Momoshiki, Kenshiki, and Urashiki. Not together, but he could have fought each of them individually due to how powerful and how skilled he was in his mastery over ninjutsu. So just like it's insane that kind of power that they were given to work with, and they use that to seal Kaguya. They couldn't kill her because of how powerful she was, but the fact that they could even box her for as long as they did without getting murked is telling. And then you have a tired, worn-out Naruto who just had his chakra being drained for hours straight, mind you, and was nowhere near full power, alongside Sasuke, straight up body and bully a fused Momoshiki who had just eaten Kenshiki, right, and got a major M from that. And a tired Naruto and Sasuke bodied him, like made him rage out like a child. So, and Momoshiki is implied to be much stronger than Kaguya. So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, it's insane. I will comfortably place Naruto in the planetary to maybe star levels of ranges, right? That is where I comfortably place Naruto in this verse as a whole.
Okay, yep. All right,
You can argue higher, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just joking. Like, I know Naruto's way faster than that. I actually think, now that I think about it, Roz, they might actually beat him. You know what? Kevin Cubes, you did it, brother. I think I am going to take back what I said. I think Naruto is going to be MFTL. Because if you think about it, remember Raikage and Naruto blitzing him? Who's almost light speed? That already kind of and that's just KCM 1, right?
Yeah, that was KCM 1. Not even perfected KCM 1.
Yeah. So by calculations on his feats and increases, because remember he gave everyone chakra 3 times, and that's not even like six paths. So bare minimum, that alone is like always like 100 times light speed because of how much faster they did calc for him blitzing Raikage and then the other increases he's gotten. So like, yeah, Naruto can easily hit the thousands. Never mind. Naruto's broken.
Also, Andre is right on this one. Storm Generations, some of the cutscenes in there were actually canon to the anime. And one of those cutscenes was that Madara was able to reverse time with his Sharingan, and Hashirama was able to still body him. So, yeah, that is a good point.
Capsule Corp Goku versus Nephthys. Towerverse with the Cosmology. The real world is made up of infinite layers. Volume 9, Chapter 4.
Let's see.
And Taru? Is he talking about?
Yeah, it's still Towerverse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, which book are you talking about here? And can we look it up online so we can see?
Yeah, let's find out. I don't think I'll find it, but
probably not. Like, RJ, can you give us like a which book? Is it like a novel? Is the manga? Which one is it?
I got it.
All right.
All right, let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so let's see. Is this it? Yep, Chapter 6, Shifting the Fluctuated World. Okay. Let's type in the word layers. Okay, good. This world was not pure and untouched being, with Christian, Buddhist, Celtic, Indian, Shinto, Incan, Aztec, Greek, Roman, and Norse. The various religions have placed layer after layer of various phases over the world like thin veils or filters. There is heaven, hell, the underworld, the pure land, Yomi, the abyss, Mount Olympus, the fairy island, Nairai, Nairai Kanai, Asgard, and many others. At any rate, the world you have seen so far has been viewed through various colors of cellophane. You haven't destroyed any of those colored glasses. As his vision wavered, he was unsure. Okay, interesting.
Start at 547 to 553. Assuming their height is 1.8 meters and the pillar is made out of concrete.
Okay, The Dark Knight 47. Thank you again for the $5 donation. Muchly appreciated. And I'll definitely take a closer look at your request. So, taking a look here, let's say this is an infinite layer, which I don't see the term. Let's see. Do we see the word endless? No. Infinite? No. Boundless? I don't see any of these. What's another word for infinite, boundless? Countless? Ah, there we go. Not satisfied, suggested countless times. He saw countless worlds and experienced countless forms of despair. Interesting. So, like, the worlds of Buddha, it comes down to, like, if the religious worlds... I remember we talked about this before because it comes down to the author's understanding of it. And just like when we talked about many worlds interpretation with Dragon Ball, right? Just because they mention something doesn't mean they automatically follow it verbatim.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we don't know if they follow true Nirvana. Because if they did, then, I mean, well, you know, that would be crazy. But in this case, I would say I don't see it so the countless worlds, if that's an application to religious layers, because it doesn't say countless layers, it says worlds. If we assume the layers they mentioned, like 16, 17, 20-something religions and layers, it's still limited, a finite number. But if we say dimensions-wise, let's see here. Do we have the term dimension? No, dimension doesn't even pop up. So what I would say is let's give them the benefit of the doubt, Roz. Let's say there's an infinite layer for each of these worlds. All right, that means there's like... All right, so let's look at the religious worlds. Even though we can't really... Actually, no, Roz, this wouldn't be infinite layers for each world. You know why? Because in Aztec culture and Incan culture is based on a pseudo-variant of the Bible culture. Because the connections the Aztecs and Incans had to the Israelites back in the day. And then Greeks and Romans utilize different aspects. They don't have a sub-infinite world in Norse mythology. They do in Greek, kinda, but they still are a little vague. Now, if it was the Egyptian mythology, that'd be different. I think they do have it, though. Mount Olympus, Fairy Island, Asgard. Like, Asgard is not an infinite size realm. So, if I'm going to be fair, I think the only one here is Christian and Buddhism worlds or layers. Because the Celtic and... Okay, Indian, too.
Greek mythology does kind of have its own variants of like infinities per se, but it's maybe coming with like some of their more like other realms, other dimensions, right? Olympus, I believe, is considered to be a higher plane of existence in Greek mythology, along with it being infinite in size.
Yeah.
Along with, you know, Hades and some of the other Tartarus, things like that as well.
The underworld and Tartarus, correct.
Yeah, those are all considered like their own kind of like infinities as well within Greek mythology. That's some of the things that God of War did get right. But
yeah. What is cello? What is cello playing?
As for
cello
Norse mythology,
okay. So a thin, transparent wrapping metal. So basically, this is a metaphor, kind of saying many of the worlds you've seen has been seen through various different layers, like papers. So they're higher levels, but they're just different. So we don't really have a concrete number. So with that said, if I were to give an idea, like, this is actually insane for power scaling wise. Like, don't get me wrong. Just because I'm kind of brushing them off as getting bodied by Goku does not mean they are not ridiculous. It's just this, I don't feel this is enough for what Heroes has to offer. Let's say if these are all infinite hyperverses, that's still not enough because Hero bypassed hyperverses at this point. In a sense where they've gotten to like Aleph 1. Because the amount of infinities you could put, they literally escaped outside of their own verse. To the point where, and then they bypass someone who, and then he's like, oh, but that's just Demigod. I'm like, yeah, that's Goku's base form can beat him, and Goku can still stack on an infinite multiplier on top of that.
Exactly.
Now, infinity stacked on infinity is not really going to get you any further. It's the fact that Goku reached an inaccessible layer, aka the human world, and we have the Broly movie or God Fusion Goku scaling on top of that, and only blue Goku can beat him. Yet we know Ultra Instinct in the game variants of Charisma is an infinite multiplier. It's just a little too insane. You could arguably argue Aleph too, but I'm not going to go there. But I would say significantly Goku is still definitely the victor. I think Goku still wins, in my opinion. But even though it's the Time Patrol, they win. Yeah, Time Patrol wins because they have cards. I forgot. Damn it, the freaking cards. Never mind. Never mind. That means the Imagine Breaker is special. It destroys. It's the opposite of what God does, aka create. I mean, well, you guys have no idea what God does based on. But anyway, yeah, really strong. But I would definitely say Index is not enough to fight Xenoverse characters. I don't even think this is personally Outerversal. I don't think this is even Innerversal. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think this even... I really don't even think this is true Hyperversalism, if you want me to be honest, because it's vague. We don't know what their version is of their interpretation. Like, look at Bastard. Bastard literally believes in the Buddhist Adma plane. If you want me to be honest, Bastard, if I take them verbatim, because they mention Michael the Archangel, Bastard is Outerversal. Legit. Remember they threw 50 infinite punches in an instant, Roz?
Yeah.
Right.
How can I forget?
Yeah.
That skin was everywhere when people started scaling that that manga.
And as much as me and Roz probably don't think it's true Outerversal, I probably would give Bastard like if it comes to like religious interpretations, I'm sure we can agree. Bastard, out of every fiction we've pretty much covered, probably with the exception of KOF and what's that other one? And DC potentially. Pretty sure that Bastard is probably the closest to like that Outerversal if we go a higher in interpretation. But
clearly it's
But I do know
not many series have it,
but I do know. Oh, RJ mentioned it. I was about to bring that up. So yeah, that's good. Toru Majutsu Index does indeed have Hilbert space. Thank you again for the $1.99 donation. But yes, he's right, Roz. It does have Hilbert spaces. The thing is, though, so does Dragon Ball.
Yep, that is true.
So it kind of gets difficult because Marvel and DC have it. We only learned about because we have 1.2 dimensions and we have in-betweener dimensions. So Hilbert space is more so about how small things can get, infinitesimally, but not always necessarily about how many there are. Generally speaking, people will say there are infinite number of dimensions, but it gets a little complicated. And I think that's because what people don't realize is Hilbert space is not necessarily always about orthogonally going one right angle beyond another, because then that's just geometrical shape. Because what you have to remember, RJ, and a lot of people who forget this about it, is there evidence that there are infinite worlds in it? Let me ask you this, Ross. A 5D world contains what, generally speaking? A construct, a 5D construct. Not a shape, not a world. Not a shape, not a 5-dimensional shape, not a pentaract, but a 5th-dimensional universal construct. Generally contains what, Roz?
Parallel worlds.
Right. And how many? Right?
I mean, depends on what the verse is trying to say. Some 8. Say it may has like infinite or something like that, or 8, but yeah.
Right. And for our power, and when we do versus battle, baboon battles, when we actually do versus battles on that topic, Roz, we typically do agree that the kinetic energy they bind or share is likely infinite. I mean, not kinetic energy, sorry. It's likely infinite in terms of the amount of worlds are in a 5D world when we do our calc. So we say in order to qualify as a 5th dimensional in the tiering system, you have to prove you could destroy an infinite subset of infinite worlds or something equivalent of a higher reality. Hilbert space is a little weird because the way it kind of works isn't always direct like that, because it's about space, not constructs that include other temporalities that go beyond. Now, a 6th-dimensional world, imagine that 5D world. In that 5D world, there are infinite 4th-dimensional universes, separate universes, an infinite number of them, man. That's crazy. but in a 6-dimensional, and that's all contained in a single little 5th-dimensional world. Imagine that 5D world, man. Imagine there's infinite number of these 5D worlds, all contained in a 6D world. Now do the same thing for a 7D world, infinite 6D worlds in a 7D world. But each 6D world has infinite 5D worlds, each 5D world. You know what I mean? It's so astronomically big, people don't have any idea how big it is, especially when it's inaccessible. You know what I mean? So to say it's Hilbert space alone gives them infinite D, I would have to say the same thing for Dragon Ball's Afterlife. Which by then, that's just even worse. Because they still that means they body infinitely times harder now. Which I don't think is the case. I don't use Hilbert space or realism statements or theories. Because Hilbert space is a theory. So it depends on what extent are they going by the theory. I think, though, there is a scan that does support there is no cardinal number of the amount of dimensions that I went over with one of Harvado's friends. Where he went over it really well. And I think that Taru does have infinite dimensionality. But I just don't think these scans here particularly prove it all the way. But I do think they're infinite D. I just don't think they're complex hyperversal in the way that Heroes is, where Heroes is more like a complex hyperversal, where where you're going beyond the general infinity now. That's my thoughts on it, though. I think the battle would still end hot. 0 difficulty, unfortunately, for the time patrollers. Depending. Because there are some other characters in Taro that are kind of crazy. I understand that. Don't get me wrong. But I think as far as like escaping the reality in the fiction to that degree with godly level powers and constant infinities being thrown like hotcakes, it becomes something we have to discuss verbatim. Because I need to look at the scans as well of all of Index just to kind of understand, are these legit? Because there will be statements that people will claim about a fiction and then it turns out, nah. I mean, remember Featherin? Outerversal Feather. I mean, the thing is, though, Featherin has arguments for Outerversal better than Goku. That's for sure. Anyway, but thank you again for the $1.99 donation. Let's go ahead and watch the video of what the Dark Knight sent. I'm going to link check it. Oh, I've seen this already. In fact, I saw this probably before, I probably saw this probably before even Beyond Birthday was born, if you want me to be honest. Yeah, like this came out like 09, 08, like 2010. Like it was definitely 2010-ish, 2009-ish, because I remember the song Don't Hold Back by The Sleeping. I remember that song. And I remember while that song was playing, I played it in Guitar Hero and I was popping off. I was like, that's the song in the stick figure thing. Oh, don't hold back on nothing back tonight. And I started just playing it on the guitar all the time. And my younger sister loved that song too. She still listens to it now.
Oh yeah, sorry. Look at what Joker said in the chat real quick.
Kevin Cubes, I heard Doctor Strange Solo's your favorite character. Yeah, not Xenogoku. No. And he doesn't solo a high-end Orochi. Try me. But for real though, that's a good point. Doctor Strange, classic Doctor Strange he's just stupid. Sorry, off topic. Void Termina and the End seem to be really similar bosses in their statement in nature. I agree. I think the end for Sonic, Game Sonic, is so crazy. I don't care what no one says. Sonic clapping Mario. But anyway. All right, let's go ahead and see. So you said see it from 547 to 553. Assuming their height, their pillars. Punches in the chest don't do anything. That was a move, man. Okay, you time-stamped it. All right, hey, let me go to here. Yep. All right, yep. And the reason I have it muted is because I don't want to get copyrighted.
Or have the stream terminated.
Okay, given the height. All right, let's see, 1.8 meters. And the pillar's made out of concrete. All right, let's go ahead and do some mathematics. All right, let's go to Paint. Let's open up the program. So we're gonna open up the program. We're gonna open up the program Paint, which we're going to utilize here. We're gonna go here, and we're going to go to Paint. So, hey, Beavis, look.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's funny. Oh, look at my display. Oh no, my subscriber count. I guess I gotta add filters to it for the color correction because apparently it wants to show everything. Wait, is that the right one? No, I think it would be, it wouldn't be color correction. I think it'd be color key, maybe? Yeah, no. I don't like the way that looks. That looks weird. Get it out of here. Why is it black? Roz, don't say I'm racist.
Yo, what's wrong with black, man? What's wrong with being black?
All right.
You anti-black?
I'm anti-Goku black. All right, let's see. I think it'd be chroma key. I think it's pretty sure it's chroma key. Yeah, and no, not that. No, not that. No, not that. No, not that. Kinda? Not really. Not that. It'd be like, it's something like, I think it's the gamma. No, it's not the gamma. Man, what the hell is it? It's something here. All right. Gamma. It's something. It was one of the color corrections of the opacities, but I forgot what it was. I think it's a color key or something. It's like the gamma or something that actually controls the actual color of it. Because it's kind of like how you add blue screen.
Yeah.
I think it's this. Yeah, so yeah, I don't remember how to do it. Anyway, besides getting distracted by that, let's go ahead and take a closer look. Ah, it's Luma key. There we go. Which is just a luminosity. Haha! Now it looks pretty. Yay! Okay, now back to the match. So assuming it's 1 meter, okay, let's take a closer look here. All right, so let's take a look at how many pixels there are in this 1 meter. So we're gonna utilize blue. We're gonna say his legs stretch out to about here. So that would be about 1.8 meters. That is approximately 132 pixels. Equals 1.8 meters. All right, cool. So now I'm gonna grab my calculator. So 1.8. All right, so then we're gonna do 132 divided by 1.8, which gives us 73.3. Okay. So that means, okay, 73.3. All right, hold on. I think I messed up. 8 meters. I gotta actually do this. 300. All right. So then 1.8 divided by 132. So 1 pixel is about 0.01 meters. 0.01 times 132 is 1 point. Nah, that's not right. I gotta figure out how to formulate this then, because we're using meters. But we'll just go with that for now. That's the meter count. All right. So then this pillar, asserting it's made out of concrete, is 25 pixels. So approximately 25 pixels. So let's see. All right, so 25 is what percent out of 132? So it's 18.9%. So approximately 18.9% of that. So by doing that, it's 18.9%. Cool. So meters. And I can do 18.9% of a meter of 1.8 meters. And that's gonna give me a total of 0.34 meters.
I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. So that's how many meters we have so far. Now what we're gonna do next, so that's the thickness. And then here, utilizing basic pixel scaling just for the height, the length, that's 384 pixels. So 384 pixels length, and that should give us, divided by 132, equals 2.9. 2.90909090909009. So we're going to round it up to 2.9, and then that's going to make 2.9 times 1.8 meters. So that makes it 5.22 meters. And then based on that, if I'm doing this correctly, pardon me, I'm trying to do it kind of fast. Just let me know if you need any other additional details. Yeah, so we got to. So now we got this basic mathematics, and so we're going to place this on the stream. So what we need to do now is we need to add these up. So length. So the length is, we'll just assume it's 34. No, 0.34 meters. And then the width, no, sorry, the length is going to be 5.22 meters. The width plus height, we're going to say are the same at 0.34 meters. All right, cool. Because we're just going to assume the pillar was made properly like that. So that's pretty cool. Now, we're actually going to get out of here. And then we're going to jump back. And then we're going to look up cubic, weight of, we're going to look at the weight of concrete by volume dimensions. So we're going to get the cubic feet, right? And then we're going to use a cubic foot calculator. Cubic foot calculator. So then we're going to actually get the cubic feet of it. So we're not going to use feet. We're going to use meters. So width, 0.34 meters. Length, 5.22 meters. And height, 3.4 meters. I guess the height should be the length. Hold on. Let me look at. Let me see the dimensions of this. Length, width, and height. The height is how it is up and down. So the height, yeah, the height is 34 inches, yeah. The length is actually how long it is. All right, cool. All right, so it's 21.31 cubic feet. No, I don't need that. Trying to make sure I'm doing this right. Cubic meters. Let's use cubic meters. So cubic meters. We're not going to use centimeters. We're going to use meters. So 0.34, 0.34, and 0.2. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing this properly. 21 cubic feet. All right. Yeah, so same answer. Good. All right, just make sure this is the right formula. But that's not actually its height. The height is wrong. Just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Doesn't really matter and make a difference, but still. Principle. So we got that, and now we need the cubic feet calculator. So weight of concrete by dimensions. Concrete weight calculator. A solid slab of concrete is 150 pounds per cubic foot. A cubic foot of broken concrete weighs 75 pounds. Okay. So we got the meters. Let's actually take the feet. So we got 21.31 cubic feet. And that's 150 pounds per cubic foot. So should we do 150 pounds multiplied by 21.3 times 150? So it should be 3,196 pounds. 3,196.5 pounds, possibly. So about 1.5 tons. Now, I want to make sure I did that right. Concrete cubic feet calculator. Yeah. So let's just do it here. I don't need this. I just need to give you the full volume. All right, whatever. We'll just do a pillar. I know it's a slab, but a pillar, who gives a crap? All right, so the length of it, so the height is up there, the width is there, the length is there. So the length is okay, based on this, the length is 0.34. The width is 5.22, based on this at least. I kind of screwed up earlier. Forgive me. And then the height of the thickness is 0.34. These are all meters, meters, meters. Quantity, calculate 1. Okay? Weight needed. Okay, so we were off, but not like a crazy amount. Let's see. If using pre-mixed concrete, the weight needed. I'm not talking about the weight needed, you baboons. I'm talking about a formulated concrete pillar. Whatever. All right, volume calculator. But yeah. Based on that answer and result, roughly around between the answer of 2,834 pounds to 3,196 pounds. What's bro calculating? Yeah. All right, Hydro, you have yourself a good night. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, and for those who don't know what I am calculating, I'm actually calculating a link that was sent to me by The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight sent a link and wanted me to do a visual calculation of this feat, because he said the pillar is made out of concrete, and that was to make sure that when this feat is done here, which is right here. So look. So he takes that, boom, throws a 300-pound concrete block at speeds that should be, and given that it reached a wall here, given the height, given that this is 21 feet, so let's see, 1, 2. All right, so let's do that frame by frame. So frame by frame, assuming the pillar is right here, 21 feet, and the next frame it's in the wall, it's roughly, judging from the paneling, it's roughly traveling an additional 21 feet. So it literally gets moved 21 feet. You can argue it's 21 feet per second. Well, it's not even a second when that happens. That's a frame. Which, is this video in 60 FPS? No, it's not. Even assuming it's 24 FPS, because most Flash animations are made 24 FPS, 21 feet and 1/24th of a second. So 1/24 times 21 feet second times 21 feet equals what speed? So 1/24th of a second to 21, 0.2677 meters is what speed? Yeah, let me see here. Speed calculator. Let's see, distance. Let's say 21 feet. Time, it's 1/24th of a second, so 60, all right, 1/24th of 60. Can't do the math right up. All right, 1/24th of 60. Because I believe a frame is like something amount of, I think it's 8 milliseconds a frame. All right, let's do this. How many milliseconds is a frame for 24 FPS? Similar in the video, 24 FPS. Each frame is shown for being 41.6 milliseconds. Good. So we'll do 41. We'll just map it out there. 41 milliseconds.
Which feed is this?
This is just calculating a feet for this feet here, the stick figure. So he technically threw something that's 3,000 pounds at around 35 miles per hour, possibly faster, depending on how I really calculate the feet. So I just think that that's pretty interesting. It's afternoon here. I'm about to go to school, so can't watch. All right, Hydro, enjoy. Take care, my friend. So yeah, so to travel 30, roughly probably 25 feet. But you can argue that it was traveling this way within a certain, because the slows down, so we don't really know. So it slows down there, and it's like 1, 2. So you can argue within like a reasonable, based on the distance, because it's about 4 pillars away. If it traveled 21 feet per frame, 4 pillars away, 4 times. Well, it wouldn't really matter how I calculate that, regardless. Yeah. So, yeah, just close to around 40 miles per hour, I would say. That's really fast, actually. What do you think, Roz?
I missed most of it, but you know what? That does sound pretty fast based off what I just heard.
Yeah, to throw a 3,000-pound pillar, 2,000 to 3,000 down, 2,800 to 3,000-pound pillar. That's crazy, right?
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because it's intended to be semi-superhuman. So I think a lot of people don't realize that. That's crazy. He chucked it. And we don't know if that was his actual speed, because it could just be super accelerating. It's just the slowdown time makes it a little hard to calculate. And that's assuming it's 24 frames per second. Now, if it was playing at 60 FPS and it still took the same, 16.7 milliseconds. So if we went 16 milliseconds, that means he did it at 100 miles per hour, Ross.
God.
So that's that's crazy. I think a lot of people think like, there's no way, they have to be hypersonic. Look how fast they're moving. I'm like, you guys have no idea how fast. Like, Roz, imagine if you could accelerate from 0 to 100 from your living room to your kitchen. You would look like a blur to someone, right?
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, like speed is crazy. A lot of people don't realize that speed is perspective based, but it can get really insane.
Yeah, speed is nothing to mess around with.
Exactly. All right, I would say that is pretty good. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the stream today. I thank you everyone who stopped by. I do want to say many blessings to everyone. And I hope you guys overall enjoyed the stream. I want to just give a special thank you to Roz for being here. Thank you to Lord Yamcha. Thank you again to Retro for stopping by as well.
Thank you to Joker and his suggestions. Some of them that are complete stomps, but still thank you.
Yeah. And yes, Retro, to answer your question, it's generally, I try to make it cheap because it's $5 for me to scale a feat. Like, I just went through a bunch of mathematical loops just to do this scaling for this particular feat, but it's only $5 compared to some people I won't name who charges a whole band. Remember, Roz? So there's some people out there who'll charge you like almost 2 bands just to do a video for them. Or like, if you have video requests, they'll be like, yeah, you give me half a band. $500? Are you kidding me? So no. The only thing I would charge normal price for is like commissions, because commissions take a lot of time and I have to take time out of my day and schedule to make sure they're completed properly.
Hang on it, sorry. And yes, thank you to Adam. You're not forgotten.
Yo, Adam Amro, thank you again. I didn't forget Adam Amro. No, there's the Dark Knight, there's Adam Enro, there's RJ, and there's a couple others. I didn't get a chance to get all of their names. But I have to say, RJ, Adam Enro, the Dark Knight, Lord Yamcha, thank you guys all for the donations. I really appreciate them greatly. Roz, I will always thank you for the donations because you're the GOAT. It's like that clip in Dr. Dolittle. It's like, well, why do you want me to help you? Cause you the man. You the man. You the man. So it's like, oh, thanks, Ross. Why are you thanking me, Atari? Cause you the man. You the man.
Y'all sitting here like, why is he thanking me?
Yep. All right. Yeah, I'm just making sure I follow through with another request though. I have to make sure I complete this picture. A certain someone doesn't know I'm doing it for them right now, but we're not going to talk about that. And I just wanted to make sure I'm following up properly.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Real question now. All of Dragon Ball, like from Z to like Super.
Oh, snap. Donaz is about to start sending cash apps.
Versus.
I mean, should I put my cash app?
I mean, if you want to.
I should. Oh, Retro wants to know the art commission prices. My art commission prices are different. I'm not straightforward because things get complex. I have a very flexible art commission page. Should I still show it? I guess I could show it.
Hang on, Andre wants to know how powerful Shaggy is.
Andre, come on now. You might as well ask how strong the Beyonder is, bro.
Wow.
Nah, I just insulted Shaggy. I apologize.
God dang, okay.
All right, hold on.
Listen, Shaggy is strong enough to make, UI Shaggy canon, apparently. So let's just make that. Let's just take that as it is.
Yeah, I'm still shocked that happened. Like, get over here, man.
And got put in Multiverses too, so I mean, it's consistent now. UI Shaggy uses canon to Warner Brothers.
Like, get over here, man. All right, I'll show this on stream. Yep. No. That sounds like banjo. All right, so let me just show you guys something real quick. All right, so let's go here. This is the commission. So here is the new commission, hopping fresh out their kitchen. So you might be wondering, what the hell is? You might be wondering, boy, what the hell? Boy? So basically, I'll explain it this way. Commissions is this retro. There's the grayscaling, which is $10 to $50, which is basically line art in grayscale, I suppose. Then there's color, which is $10 to $80. And again, this commission is mostly for portraits. If you're looking for basic portrait pictures of up close and person, like this picture of Marth, which I could show you a closer up of if you want to see the quality, there you have it. That color picture side of Marth is $10 to $80. Well, this picture of Marth is very detailed, so it'd be more like in the $60. I'll explain why later. Next is avatars. People who want avatars and things. It's an old school Atari. Grayscale can be from $5 to $30 or $10 to $50 for an avatar, because avatar is very basic and simple and straight to the point. The next, and they have to be a certain size ratio, so there's that. Next is the full body. The full body can go into many places. The scale can be from $10 to $80 to $10 to $160. Additional characters and backgrounds may cost more. Logo, which is mine, I made my own, Apple Core, Baltimore. Who's your friend? Me! Yeah, I actually did an Apple Core and I drew the city of Baltimore in there. Am I creative or what? I know. But that is to be negotiated because because actual logos for companies could be worth a lot of monkeys. But anyway, it does say, do not let the prices scare you. Negotiations will be held depending on the request of the image. Realism and high detail is not equal to the simplistic design and styles. Therefore, a simpler price may cost less. Okay? More so, a simpler piece may cost less. We'll discuss beforehand the final purchase is made. So my list is very different from most people's commissions because a lot of people's commissions are very flat prices. I don't do flat prices. I feel like having the ability to negotiate and ask what you want. Like, for example, Roz, I do a color picture of a full body picture. You know why I said it's $10 to $160? Because you think I'm going to charge you $160. Like, I might charge you $160 if you want me to draw a full body, full detailed Toyotaro class Goku picture. But you think I'm gonna make you pay $160 to draw you Kirby? No, it's Kirby. Well, can you make it super detailed? It's still not probably gonna cost that much unless you want me to do like a 3D render. Then that's a different story. But like generally speaking, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said it's negotiable. So yeah, that's based on that. Well, I gave you 15 for Fable, so what's your estimated amount? If you actually wanted a serious picture of Fable portrait style, it'd probably be like 45 to 50. I don't know. It depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for like bleach, cross-hatching, super cool looking Fable? Or are you looking for something like just a simple, basic Shintani level sketch? Like if it's Shintani level, it's probably going to be 30 to 40. Because Shintani is a very simplistic style, you know what I mean, Ross?
Shintani style would look amazing, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen Shintani style drawings.
Yeah.
I've seen you draw Kyo in Shintani style.
Oh, Retro said somebody dislike bombed your video. Wait, what's but anyway, that's that. Wait, what do you mean dislike bombed? I don't ever see dislikes on my videos because I don't have them turned on. I didn't know you could still see them.
Wait, your likes are still on. We can see your likes. You said dislikes thanks to YouTube are just gone. You can see how many dislikes you have in like your video editors and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I guess I don't know which video he's talking about, but if it did get disliked.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, besides Kira, who's salty.
I mean, Kira's always salty. That's what Kira's made out of at this point.
Yeah. It might be a YouTube glitch, though. I mean, it could be. I don't even know.
I don't know, man. GG's.
Well, anyway, guys, I just wanted to do this video with you guys and go over the basics. I'll be honest with you. Personally, my name is Goku, and I'm hungry, and I think I'm going to go out and buy some pizza.
And you're not universal.
What are you talking about, Ross? I am universal. I mean, at least the Xeno version of me, at least the God Fusion version of me is universal. Yeah, that's like the only one you can possibly argue. But even then, he technically still exists. So, like, unless he fuses with Toriyama, no. Or me. But that's why I said, Roz, remember we said this?
Yes.
Yep.
We've said it
He
a
is
lot.
NVBA, not versus battle applicable.
Exactly.
Because if that's the case, then Kukuri is also around, not at the level of Goku, but technically Kukuri is just as insane. Oh yeah, you want to see my face? I'm gonna kill you if you just look at my face.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Kukuri is fodder to Otomo Regal. Like, no, that's not fodder is an insult. That's not even close.
He's fodder to Ash. Like, he's canonically fodder to Ash. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly. Now Dolores may have a thing or two, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole point is he's getting clapped. So if you want to do that, you want to go highball, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't call that outer, because if that's the case, I would say Otomo Regal is like super outer, which doesn't make sense.
Super outer. Good God.
Can Xenogoku ask the author of TBH to upscale the cosmology to an scene? Yes, Andre, he technically can. But I still don't think he's outer. Because outer means he's beyond the concept. And the authors of DBS is like more so kind of like, I don't know. It's actually weird. As I said, it's mostly non-versus battle applicable. It's so stupid you can't even scale it. But anyway, I hope you guys overall enjoyed the stream today. Atari is going to go out and get some pizza. If people are still up, I can possibly stay up, but
I'm gonna go get some pizza because I'm freaking hungry.
and I've been on stream for 3 hours, man. So I hope you guys overall enjoyed the stream. It's been a pleasure speaking with everyone. And this has been Atari HMB. And I am signing off. Peace!
Peace out, y'all.